All right, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
Good evening, everybody. We welcome you to Purpur Arena tonight and live coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham, Ryan Kuntz from Purpur Arena this evening. Good one inside the Eastern Dakota Conference tonight as Grand Forks Central, undefeated in the region right now with a record of 6-0, will take on the Fargo North Spartans, who come to town in a mess inside the East region. A record right now of 5-1-0-3 as far as the overall campaign is concerned, meaning that they've had some scraps that have gone into overtime. They've been all around it. This is a team that scored 7 goals against Grand Forks Red River down at the Coliseum, only to lose 8-7, and yet they find themselves in a pennant race, if you will, as we make the turn into January. They're amongst the league leaders, and so tonight will be a big night here at Purpur Arena for the Knights and also for the Spartans. We bring it to you tonight courtesy of our premier sports partners, Rivards Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks, and Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks. And this is a league, Ryan, that just is a flat-out mess after you get past Grand Forks Central. With Fargo Davies win over Grand Forks Red River back on Tuesday. Devils Lake playing beyond what we expected from them so far. A couple of victories that have gone towards Fargo North that maybe we didn't think they would have. It's Grand Forks Central and then a herd of teams right behind them within a handful of points. This is a big one for both teams tonight.
Yeah, I think for Grand Forks Central, I mean, you talked about it. We'll get in the drive for the title and get the graphics up and show, but for Grand Forks Central, they're in the driver's seat, Ryan, right? We know that now. This is theirs to lose, so they just got to keep holding serve, bank these points. At some point, they get to that magic number where nobody can catch them anymore. Mm-hmm. They get the 1 seed going in the East Region Tournament, but for a team like North, like you said, right in the middle of it, they obviously want to be in the top 4 seed. They want to get that home playoff game in the first round. You gotta steal one of these games, right? I mean, they gotta beat a Grand Forks Central. They gotta beat West Fargo. They gotta steal a point here or there. Like, those are the teams that are gonna rise above and get that home seed, get that best playoff situation that they can get going into the East Region Tournament. So this is a big night, like you said, for Fargo North here.
And Grand Forks Central has won a couple of games here recently and also lost one where they didn't play particularly well. Against West Fargo Cheyenne, they had a 4-0 lead. That game was probably closer than it should have been. They really played the last 2 periods a bit on their heels against Cheyenne after really struggling to stay out of the penalty box against Warroad in the previous game. And the box has been their main adversary as of late. They can't seem to stay out of it for Central.
Yeah, it has. I mean, you know, you and I were up in Warroad for that Friday night game. We got there that afternoon. Talked to the coaching staff. That Notre Dame game, it was 3-2 was the final, so hey, you got the win. But listening to the coaches talk, they were not happy with the performance. So I think you and I both thought, okay, well, they'll come out Friday night in Warroad and really give us an effort. And we saw maybe the worst game we could have ever seen out of Grand Forks Central. They were bad in every aspect. They couldn't stay out of the box, like you said. So yeah, a win against Cheyenne the other night. But I think for Central, like, look at this lineup. We look at this lineup every time. Every time you go down, you're like, my God, look at the talent. At some point, this lineup has got to start dominating front to back, top to bottom, like they should be able to. It's consistency now as we get into January and move forward. Consistency in every game, playing up to your potential, not playing down, not taking nights off. That's what Central's got to be focusing on.
Is there an aspect of getting ahead and going into cruise control mode? I mean, obviously they beat West Fargo earlier this year 9-2, and they had the big win over Grand Forks Central as well. But it seems like they've got a habit of sort of taking a lead and then maybe just kind of coasting towards the finish line. And you don't want to start developing those kind of bad habits at this point of the season.
No, you certainly don't. Not in the second half. And yeah, if you get up by a couple of goals and the game gets late, obviously you want to change the way you play and maybe sit back a little bit more than you would early in the game. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what we're seeing from Central, is it? It's a lot of like taking nights off, like taking shifts off, taking periods off, and then the dumb penalties. The penalties are, I mean, that's the habit that you're really concerned about with Central, because that Warroad game, they ended with what, 10?
Yeah.
I mean, you look back at them and it's like, which one would you even argue?
Yeah,
they're all silly.
They took 3 in the second period against West Fargo Cheyenne, even with the lead. I mean, they outscored Cheyenne 2-1 in the second period, but took 3 minors in that period, had a hard time staying out of the box at that point as well. For this Fargo North team, well, there's some familiar names on this Fargo North team. Now, they've graduated some really, really good players. They are basically the Fargo North team that we've become used to for many years now. Front-loaded, really good top end. Perhaps not the balance or the depth that it takes to compete, but they came out against Red River, got down by 4, and came roaring back to take a lead. So this North team is capable, and there's certainly not anything you can take lightly tonight.
Well, we've seen North now for under Coach TK, Tyler Klein. We know what you're going to get, whether they have talent or whether they're missing talent. You're going to get North's best every single night. He gets the most out of that team. He gets the most out of those guys. They play hard. If they're up 10 or down 10, it doesn't matter. They just keep coming at you. So, again, like we talked about, Central gets up early and maybe they take a few, shifts off. All of a sudden, this game could swing. So they got to be very cognizant of the team they're playing tonight, because that team's not going to quit.
And I think if there's a team in the Eastern Dakota Conference that loves to play the Grand Forks schools, it's Fargo North. They just love playing Grand Forks schools in hockey because they look at it every night as an opportunity. They never shy away from it. They're never afraid of the lights. They'll come right at you and hit you in the mouth in the early morning.
They never take a night off against a Grand Forks team. We know that.
Yeah, it'll be a good one tonight. We bring it to you tonight courtesy of our premier sports partners. They include Rivard's Turf and Forge, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. You can find them online at rivards.com. That ice melter product that you're looking for to keep your surroundings at your home safe. They've got a premium ice melter that just does the job for you and does it fast. And if it's time to plan out that turf or forage project for 2025, trying to lure in that big buck or make sure things look beautiful around your home? You want Rivard's Turf and Forage. Find them at rivards.com. And Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks. And East Grand Forks is going to be the host of a big game tomorrow night. St. Thomas Academy is coming to town to take on the Green Wave tomorrow night. Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer. Whether it's time to make that trailer run like new again, or it's time for a new trailer, they have parts, service, and the expertise to make your trailer run and do what it's supposed to do well. And they've also got every make and model of trailer you're looking for to upgrade to that next level. Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks bringing you our coverage tonight as well. Our pregame report is on the way. It's brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel and by True North Equipment. And we'll start by taking a look at that helter-skelter lineup of teams in the Eastern Dakota Conference and where they're at coming into the night. That's on the way next. This is our coverage of high school hockey. Central North from Purper tonight on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Sports.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Wow, Ram buyers, listen up. Right now, get 22% off all remaining Ram trucks at Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. Yep, you heard right, 22% off. You pick 1500 or heavy duty and save 22% right off the top. Or get 0% for 72 months on select Wrangler, Grand Cherokee, Pacifica, or Dodge Hornet. These are huge discounts and 0% is back. It's a great time to take a test drive. Grab these huge discounts and low financing now at Nelson Auto Center, Grand Forks.
We welcome you back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. Tonight, we come to you from Purper Arena, where Grand Forks Central is at home to take on Fargo North. It's the Spartans and the Knights tonight in an Eastern Dakota Conference battle that should be a very good one. Ryan Cunningham, Ryan Kunze this evening. You can see our drive time to face off, brought to you by Mike's Custom Truck and Nelson Auto for those of you on KNOX Live Sports. Clock runs out in 2.5 minutes. Well, Zam, we'll get ready here tonight as we bring you our pregame report. Our pregame show tonight brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel with custom etching. They can put a patch on just about any article of clothing that you have, and those patches are sometimes more durable than even their custom embroidery. But they also have custom embroidery. They've got silk printing and vinyl signage to take care of your needs as well at Signature Graphics and Apparel. And True North Equipment bringing you our pregame report this evening. They are true to your values and ready to serve you with 10 locations in the Red River Valley. They're the home for the John Deere products that you've come to know and love for generations on your farm or for around your farmstead. True North Equipment has you covered. True North Equipment bringing you our pregame report tonight as well. Well, as we mentioned, we've got a helter-skelter situation in the Eastern Dakota Conference. So let's take a look at our conference standings coming into tonight. And they're brought to you tonight by Toys for Trucks with Drive for the Title. And you can see on your screen, and again, those of you that are with us on radio coverage, you have the opportunity to take this in on video as well tonight. KNOX Live Sports, look underneath the sports tab at knoxradio.com and find the live sports page. You can also search us on YouTube tonight. And remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you'll get alerts when we go live with any of our game coverage that is out there. Again, you can find that at YouTube. KNOX TV is what to search. Central with really what turns out to be, is that a 4-game lead, a 3-game lead at this point? I suppose it's a 3-game lead when you consider that West Fargo has 11 points in the conference and Grand Forks Central with 18. But it's 18 points for Central. West Fargo with 11, North with 10, Davies with 9, Red River with 8, and a host of teams with 6. There is just no separation. 2 through 8 in this league. 2 through 8. Yeah, well, no, Joey should be here. Yeah, Joey will be here. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, folks, we were interrupted talking with one of the Central coaches, and sometimes that's the way it just goes. It just goes live on the air like that. Hey, Tier 3, love it, baby. Okay, so Central, 18 points, but West Fargo, 11, Fargo North with 10, Davies at 9, Red River with 8. There seems to be a group there, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you consider Devils Lake went into the weekend in 3rd place in the conference. Ryan, I don't know how to make sense of this at all. Can you?
Don't even try, because everyone's beating everybody below the Central line there, as we talked about. Everyone's beating everybody, and we got games tonight. Just looking at the schedule tonight, I mean, we're going to have movement tonight after this game's over. It's just going to be one of those things where every game we're just going to have to look at this and take a snapshot because it's probably going to change tomorrow.
Yeah, and that game tonight between West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Devils Lake at Devils Lake, that is an absolute doozy tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've said this many times, and I'll die on this hill. You go to Devils Lake to play a game, you don't know what's going to happen.
No.
And with Devils Lake, with Brody Forsberg, their goaltender, who is outstanding, like anyone could go, especially there, and struggle. It's not easy.
I'm looking forward to finding out how that one works out tonight. But I think the other thing that's worth mentioning, South Shanley and West Fargo. South Shanley's in a place right now where you're almost kind of playing some elimination games if you're South Shanley. Not so much that you're going to be eliminated, but you've been used to being top tier of the league.
Yeah.
You got to get a win to get back up there. And so really all 3 of these games in the East region tonight have pretty significant meaning. Again, those 3 games, North here tonight, South Shanley's at West Fargo, Cheyenne's at Devils Lake. Neither of those places to go are particularly easy to play. Certainly Devils Lake is not easy to play, but those games all have some pretty significant meaning to them tonight.
Yeah, they do. I mean, we're still, 6 weeks, 5 weeks from the EDC tournament?
Something like that, yeah, but it's going to go fast.
It goes quick.
Yeah.
The games come hot and heavy.
Yeah, it's going to go quickly, and so in the long run, you're going to see a situation where if you're looking to pick up some wins, you've got to pick them up, and you've got to be good at the time that those teams end up in front of you. And we'll look to see what happens with that coming up tonight as we get ready for what should be a really, really good matchup between these two. Again, that's your drive for the title. Grand Forks Central right now in first place in the Eastern Dakota Conference. West Fargo, North, Davies, Red River go 11, 10, 9, and 8 in points. Devils Lake, South Shanley, and Cheyenne all tied for 6 points rather in the league and currently tied for 6th. And so a lot can happen tonight. Drive for the title brought to you by Toys for Trucks. They are your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. If it's time for an automatic start with a polar vortex coming. Yes, they said it's a polar vortex. It's going to be 5 below on Saturday for a daytime high. That's a polar vortex now, Ryan.
What's the other one? Solar bomb, or is there a bomb?
Bomb cyclone.
Bomb cyclone.
Yes, yeah.
They're just making up names.
Probably. But it's a polar vortex. We canceled school for that once, you know.
I think it was the first time I ever heard the term
It was also
polar vortex.
It was also 20 below for a daytime high that day. On Saturday, it's going to be 5 below. We call that cold. It's January, but, you know, is
right.
what it is.
For 35 years of my life, it was just cold. Now it's
now it's a polar
cyclone,
vortex.
bomb, and snow hurricane.
In any event, having an automatic start from Toys for Trucks will make your morning go a whole lot more smoothly because that car's nice and warm for you when you get into it. And during a polar vortex, bomb cyclone, or just a cold day in January, Toys for Trucks can make it a whole lot easier for you in your morning commute. Toys for Trucks, your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. A break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the game fuel for this one. I'll tell you about the players that are going to make this one work tonight. So stay with us as we continue our coverage of high school hockey. It's Fargo North, Grand Forks Central from Purple Arena tonight on the Rivards Turf and 4-H, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports tonight from Purple Arena, where we continue with our pregame report this evening, brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel, and also brought to you tonight by True North Equipment. It's Grand Forks Central at home to take on Fargo North in a big matchup inside the Eastern Dakota Conference. Again, pregame report brought to you this evening by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel, and True North Equipment, true to your values and ready to serve you all throughout the Red River Valley with 10 locations. Let's take a look at our Game Fuel this evening. Game Fuel is brought to you by Circle K in Grand Forks, where locations are popping up left and right all around the city. Their new location on South Washington Street in Grand Forks, which is a beautiful spot, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Car wash, great beverage bar, along with a very, very extensive frozen food section. If you need help on the go, you need help at any day or time of the day, they've got you covered at Circle K in Grand Forks with our Game Fuel. And find their Circle K locations on South Washington and 40th, 24th and Columbia, and also now on 32nd Avenue South. So for Grand Forks Central, Cooper DeZiel, 17 points, leading the way. Very balanced scoring, which is what you would expect from a Grand Forks Central lineup that has a lot of balance to it. Ryder Burris with 15 points, Donovan Bollock with 15 points. But I'll tell you what, the guy that's impressed us now 2 games in a row, Trey Clausen. He had 2 goals in the last matchup for Grand Forks Central when they took on West Fargo Cheyenne. He had a very good defensive game against War Road up in War Road. He's a third-line center, but with 12 points and 7 goals right now. Trey Clausen's starting to come on for Grand Forks Central.
Yeah, we talk about Trey all the time, and every game we watch him, we're just impressed. And I had him this fall, and he's just, listen, when he's going, he's a north-south guy. He's heavy. He's fast. He's got a motor. He does not quit. He keeps it pretty simple. When he's got the puck on his stick, it's hard to get it away from him because he's a fire hydrant. He's a tank. He's so thick. And like you mentioned, too, he's been a guy they're using on the PK, and he's an unbelievable job on the PK. So if you got Trey Clausen rolling out in your third line, and he's starting to score, and he's killing penalties, look out.
Really valuable guy right now for Grand Forks Central, having a great season. For Fargo North, their majority of, look at it this way, almost all of their scoring comes from their first 5 players, their first line of forwards and their first defensive pair. Liam Olson with 20 points on the season. Caleb Brigham with 10 goals to lead the crew in that regard. Also Colby Hansen with 13 points. That's the entire first line. Connor Lang, who's on your screen with 12 points right now, is a first pair defender. And then Bryce Dietz also has 12 points for his season as well. And that's all 5 of their first 5 players. After that, the scoring really drops off. And so if you're Fargo North, matchups are key in this situation. But you can see the high-end guys, the front-end guys, they've got as good a numbers as anybody in the Eastern Dakota Conference right now.
Yeah, and let's go back to Central. You mentioned the depth. And even the Trey Clausen line. So you got Trey Clausen, Ryder Burris, Jake Spicer. Big, heavy line. If you're Grand Forks Central, the matchups, right? You get last change, you're home. Is that what you do? Is you take Trey Clausen's line and say, hey, we're going to match you up against that Colby Hansen line?
Yeah.
And free up the Bollock line, the DeZiel line to kind of get some favorable matchups. We'll see what Grant does with those matchups, but it certainly plays in the favor of Central in that regard.
And then, of course, what you have to do if you're Fargo North to counteract that is either extend or shortchange at some point, right? But you've got to find that combination, and you don't get to do it off of a face-off. You've got to do it in the flow of the game. That's what makes going on the road hard in this league, especially with that kind of team.
Yep, absolutely. And who knows, though? Maybe North just says, hey, we're going to put our studs up against whoever you got. We saw in that Red River game, I think that line they each had like 4 or 5 points. They scored all those goals in that comeback. It was Liam Olson, Colby Hansen, Brigham. It was just those 3 guys. So they're capable, like you said. They're capable of putting up good numbers for sure.
You know Tyler Klein better than I do. My impressions of talking with Coach Klein is that Tyler is innovative but not gimmicky, meaning that when it comes down to this type of a situation, he's not going to gimmick and 5 and dime to try to find that right matchup, but he'll come up with something creative to try to put it on the ice.
Oh, yeah.
Would you agree with that assessment?
100%. That's actually a very, very good assessment. He's a smart hockey guy, like we talked about. He gets the most out of his guys. He has a way of connecting with his players to kind of squeeze every last drop out of every guy he's got. But, yeah, he'll figure it out. He'll figure a way out to get his guys where he wants them to be tonight. Smart hockey coach. We love our TK.
Yeah, it'll be fun. But, again, very high-end talent for Fargo North, a lot of balance for Grand Forks Central. Those are the men to make it happen tonight. And our Game Fuel is brought to you tonight by Circle K in Grand Forks. Again, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 on South Washington in Grand Forks. Pre-game report continues when we come back. We'll take a look at our keys for the matchup and get ready for the national anthem and our starting lineup for tonight's matchup as well, as Central and North play a pivotal Eastern Dakota Conference hockey matchup tonight here at Purpura Arena. The Knights come in overall record of 7-3 on the season. They've got a Fargo North team that's 5-1-0-1 standing in their way tonight. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Tonight, it is Fan Appreciation Night here at Purpura Arena. And tonight, Grand Forks Central, the Knights are at home to take on the Fargo North Spartans in a pivotal Eastern Dakota Conference matchup. Before we get into our starting lineups this evening, let's take a look at our keys for the game this evening. And our keys for the game are brought to you this evening by Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World. For Central, you know what's gotten to them the last couple of games? They've been out physical, and I know that that's hard to say, but you would think of this team that is usually gritty. When they've taken steps away, they've been hit pretty hard, and Cheyenne really amped up the physicality against them in the last game. Getting physical, but staying out of the penalty box and figuring out a pace of play. Ryan, is it up and down? Is it wide open against, like it was against Moore Road early? Or is it that methodical approach that they had at the beginning of the year against West Fargo or Red River? They're hard to figure out right now, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit of a coin flip. You're just not sure what you're getting. Maybe a lack of identity from the Central team, maybe contributing to some of these inconsistent games that we've been seeing lately.
And for Fargo North, the key is the game tonight. Take the fight to Central. Be controlled. You don't want to spend a lot of time in the box either, but teams have had success ramping up the physicality against Grand Forks Central. Also, as always, stretch passes and making quick transitions. Cheyenne had to do that when they got behind against Central. They tried to leak guys out as much as they possibly could. At some point, you might have to make a play like that. And then making Central play your pace, because here's what we found out about the Knights recently. they can be bought into how
they
you
can.
want to play the game at this point, right? They've got to figure that out, and so if you have a chance to make them play your pace, do it at this point.
Yeah, and Fargo North always plays with grit, and they always play with a little bit of speed. So Central should be ready for that tonight for sure.
We'll see what happens. Those are the keys to the game tonight, and they're brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. One final break in our pregame report. We come back with our starting lineups in hockey next on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. We're back with more in just a couple of moments.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailerSales.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Well, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen, for our pregame report tonight, brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel and True North Equipment. Our thanks to Signature Graphics and Apparel and True North Equipment for bringing you our pregame report this evening. We welcome you to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Ryan Cunningham, Ryan Kuntz tonight from Purpur Arena in Grand Forks as we get set for the Spartans of Fargo North and the Knights of Grand Forks Central. Starting lineup tonight brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. FransonBank.com for the Spartans. Starting at goal is junior Kiefer Martin. Starting defensive pair tonight, Bryce Dietz on the left point, Connor Long on the right point. Dietz a senior, Long a sophomore. First line goes out tonight. Colby Hansen is the center, a senior, with senior Caleb Pregame on his left wing and Liam Olsen, a senior, on his right wing tonight. For Tyler Klein, the head coach of Fargo North. For Central, Weston Nielsen gets the start in goal. That'll be his second straight start. He's a junior. Defensively, left point, Wyatt Blake, a junior. Logan Nielsen on the right point, a senior. Starting first line tonight, Donovan Bollock will bring him out, a senior, with Che Kwame, a junior, on his right wing, and Ryder Rivard, a sophomore, on his left wing. For Grant Paranika, the head coach of Grand Forks Central. So we get ready for, again, a matchup that can really do wonders for Fargo North as far as the standings are concerned. And for Central, a matchup where they want to play better than they have the last couple of games and see if they can't make a statement against a team that's holding its own right now in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Donovan Bollock trying to control a puck just inside the Fargo North blue line. Colby Hansen was able to get a touch on it for the Spartans. Brought it back out in the neutral zone. Connor Long back in his own end for the Spartans. The backhander up against the right wall on the right wing. It works back to Colby Hansen, who gets into a tussle against Ryder Rivard, who came up looking for some time and space. Another play against Kwame on the left side for the Spartans. Got it back out as far as the neutral zone and cut down by Donovan Bollock on the dotted line at center. And Central will change up 40 seconds into the opening period. Now North will clear a puck and change up as well. No icing call on it. Knights back in their own end to pick up a puck. Kaysen Panzer out to the neutral zone. Long pass up ice. A puck that was jabbed away from Cooper DeZiel from behind, but DeZiel was able to pick it up and put some pressure in against Arlen Dilger, who's a third-line winger for Fargo North. They went to their third line in their first change of the night. A quick shot coming from Walkenfuss out of the right circle ends up going wide to the net. Mac Blue picks up the loose puck. Lockwood with a drive from the right point ends up wide of the net. Panzer over to recover on the left point. DeZiel will send it back to Lockwood on the right wing. He'll toss it back into Walkenfuss behind the net. Quick one-timer and a big save. That's made by keeper Martin coming across as DeZiel was sniping on a one-timer out of the right circle, and Martin holds with a whistle.
Yeah, that's just the old short side pass, Ryan. You start to go around the net one way, and then instead of continuing, you throw it back short side where you came from. And Cooper DeZiel was wide open in the slot. I'm not sure how he made that save. He was looking the other way, I think.
He also hit it clean, too. He got all kinds of velocity on that.
He might have missed that because I don't think Kiefer Martin was looking in that direction. I think he was just on his way over and it hit him.
Did Kiefer Martin lose the puck in his pad? They're looking for it right now, and they can't find it.
Cooper just buried it in his chest protector somewhere. So
Martin can't find the puck.
There we go. Hey. And we're back.
That's fantastic. Kiefer Martin lost the puck in it looked like his left blocker, right?
I don't know where he actually got that out of. But
he dug it out, though. And we're back to green flag racing, as they say, with Finn Lockwood on the right point, taking control of one for Grand Forks Red River. A chump from the left side. Hunter Hildy put it wide of the net. Mac Blue over to cut it off on the right side wall, ends up bounding in front. And the Knights go back after it, putting some pressure on Central now on this latest couple of shifts. DeZiel throwing a body. Puck loose against the near side wing. North trying to bring it out. They got it back as far as the line on a touch from Jack Amundsen, but Knights able to play it back down. Now Amundsen back up into the offensive end and quickly has it poke checked away from Boone, or rather by Boone Canta. A look on the far side. Blue trying to play it back up the ice, trying to find a hope with Jake Spicer as the Knights are in the midst of a line change. And Spicer moving up from fourth line to third line now for Grand Forks Central in the lineup tonight. No score, a little better than 2 minutes in to the opening period. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Rivard, correction, not Rivard. Rather, Ryder Burris coming up into the offensive end for the Knights. They'll turn it back to the right, and Trey Clausen, who's been so good as of late, got a touch on a puck, couldn't hold it. Loose puck goes back towards the left side. This is bounded up the ice by Caleb Brigham for icing, and we're headed back into the Knights zone for a draw with 14:36 to play in the opening period. Scoreless on the All True scoreboard.
Scoreless, but some great looks for Central. The Cooper DeZiel line came out possessed and had two great chances. It's that classic Central play, Ryan, right? From behind the net to that high slot, mid slot. They hit it twice, missed both times, but great looks for Central early.
That means they're running the plays they want, and they're getting the looks that they want as well. Offensive zone draw won by Central. Lost control of it, though. Logan Nielsen has to backtrack into the neutral zone to pick it up. Nielsen has it. Will pitch this into the Central, actually the north end in the left corner. And back to get to it for North is Tanner Kyland. Kyland will play it back out towards the left wing. Found Colby Hansen up into the offensive end. Reaching out for Arlen Dilger, jumping out on this line now. They may be in the midst of a change again. Finn Lockwood coming over for the Knights, looking to play back up ice. This works into the neutral zone. Burris got away. He's got a 2-on-1. Odd man widens out. Put a pass down to the doorstep, and a touch on a one-timer by Ryland Spicer is denied again. Two big stops early coming from Kiefer Martin for Fargo North to keep the Knights off the scoreboard, but they have peppered him with looks. A chance from the right point that gets deflected. Loose puck off the left wall for Fargo North, and it's one for the Spartans and brought back up on the far side ice. And we'll see that coming from Kellen Doherty, who came up the ice. This is quickly thrown in on the right by Amundsen. A save by Weston Nielsen, who gets the stop on it, and will draw on the Central end. And boy, Central's had some looks. That last one was a great one right down the doorstep again for the Knights.
Yeah, they have Ryder Burris that last shift doing what he should do every shift and just bullying his way around the ice, creating chances. I really like what Central's doing offensively, Ryan. They're running three guys up top. They're pulling North out, and then they're attacking the net. So every time they attack, it's downhill towards the net.
Knights will win a draw on their offensive end. Ryder Rivard taking a look back into the neutral zone, playing it up the left wall. This goes loose at center. Little jab against Connor Long. We can control the puck. Sent it back as far as the Red River line. Stopped by Finn Lockwood. Plays it back near side for Che Kwame. Kwame waves at it, sent it back to Long in the Fargo North zone. Long turned it back out into the neutral zone, found Liam Olsen, and Donovan Bollock jabbed that free. It ends up back in the central end again. Long pass near side, Rivard stepping up into the offensive end. Dropped one off for Kwame, who tried to come back to Rivard in the corner. That was a bit offline. Caleb Brigham was able to get to it for Fargo North. It stays in the corner, trapped. Bolovic able to drag it free, put it out in the high slot, looking for Rivard right between the hash marks. Rivard struggled to control it. Liam Olsen will pick up the loose puck for the Spartans. I'll look back towards the left wing, and Caleb Brigham racing into the neutral zone. Took a body on the way as well, sent it in deep. Brigham will get it back into the corner, being chased around back behind the central net. Weston Nielsen has to reach down to glove up a puck that was put in the scoring area by Liam Olsen for Fargo North. And we draw now in the central zone with 12:33 to play in the opening period and still scoreless.
Yeah, and a concerted effort for both teams to finish every single check. There's been some really, really hard hits along the wall that you can kind of hear and feel throughout the building. Clean so far, which is positive for both teams.
I think both these teams play with a lot of respect for one another. This usually doesn't get to be a chippy affair, but it can be a hard-fought affair. Loose puck, Mac Blue, right wall, coming up the ice with Gavin Walkenfuss. And Walkenfuss will take control, blades one back to Blue in the corner. He tried to center for DeZiel. Walkenfuss pulled through some traffic, and a bounder by Blue off the back end sent it into the corner. Knight struggled to get to it, however. It's held in on the right point by Logan Nielsen. He turned it into the circle loose, and Jack Amundsen for North spins it out. And now it's picked up on a loose puck by Connor Amundsen. A drive. Weston Nielsen will punch that aside with a stick hand. Wyatt Anderson over to the left wing to pick that up. Another bounder in on Nielsen right in front of the net. Another scary opportunity. North has produced a couple of chances in the most recent times. Blue trying to fight for a loose puck. Kicked away from him by Christian Gomez, who stepped it out into the neutral zone. Chance by Nielsen, scores on an attempt at a stick save by Kiefer Martin. Not sure what happened there. Nielsen from the right wing sends it in, and it's 1-0 Grand Forks Central on an almost excuse me goal.
Yeah, that's when Kiefer Martin's going to want it back. It's hard to even know if Nielsen was trying to hit the net on that. It looked like he was trying to throw it in the corner, but if it was just fluttering, a knuckle puck, and he just caught Kiefer Martin sleeping.
Let's take a look at it in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. This is, I guess, a shot on goal when you take a look at it. Nielsen just sidesteps the defender, tossed it in, and it was a weak puck on the way through. And it looked like the goaltender for Fargo North just kind of waved a stick at it. Kiefer Martin put a stick out thinking he could make the play with the stick, and it got underneath the stick and inside the bar, or inside the pipe.
If he thought maybe it was going wide, he kind of gave up on it, but not a good goal to give up.
Mac Blue will pick up an assist, and Gavin Walkenfuss will as well. So it's Nielsen from Blue and Walkenfuss, and the time will be at 5 minutes 19 seconds of the opening period, and it's 1-0 on the All-True scoreboard. Scoreboard updates brought to you by All-True. Regular screenings with All-True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment or visit alltrue.org. Uncomfortable, though, to say the least, on the way that goal was scored. And not much determined, I wouldn't believe, after that one.
Yeah, after some big saves, too, from Kiefer Martin. That's one that's like, how'd that go in?
Yeah, he's had a really, really nice game so far. And then for that one, just kind of putting the stick out at it. And I bet the way he saw it, Ryan, he thought it was going to go wide and got surprised by it. I would guess that's the situation.
That's what it looked like from here.
Burris down to Clausen in the corner. Clausen sending it back out to the right point. Finn Lockwood, a look at wrister, and he scores! Finn Lockwood off the right point, taking the feed out of the corner. And Lockwood has himself a goal in the early going. And Central takes a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's our guy, Trey Clausen, just doing work in the corner on the wall. Hard work down low. Throws the puck out to Finn Lockwood, and Finn Lockwood, who just, every time he shoots the puck, it seems like it might go in. It always gets to the net, and here we go, he scores.
Yeah, Clausen picks up that puck out of the corner. He's going to get an apple on this one. Great pass to the point, lots of time and space, and perhaps the eyes got taken away as well that time from Kiefer Martin as he couldn't see it. And Central takes a 2-0 lead on the All-True scoreboard early in the period. So what was a strong start for Fargo North has gone sour in about a 30-second stretch here in the opening period. They'll have a Jacob Spicer assist on it, along with Trey Clausen. So it's going to be Lockwood from Spicer and Clausen, 6:08 the time of the goal. And the two goals are about 49 seconds apart. Makes it 2-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central. And boy, if you're like me, Ryan, you're wondering, you saw such a great start from Kiefer Martin, a couple of long-range goals, both from the right point. You just kind of wonder what happened on both those plays, particularly the first one, but that one as well.
Yeah, it was a great shot by Lockwood. You
It
can see
was.
him set it up, look for the hole, and he's so good at that, like we always talk about. But yeah, I mean, if you're Fargo North, the last thing you can do is go down too quick, right? That's the last thing that could happen.
Yeah, you didn't want to see that happen if you're Fargo North. And now this is the part of the game, though, too, where we've talked about Central being tested and going out and dominating rather than, taking the 2-goal lead and sitting back. And we're going to see a penalty now for interference. Looks like that penalty is going to go against Grand Forks Central. And so here comes a power play coming up for Fargo North as the box party begins. Donovan Bollock will go in for interference at 7:17.
Yeah, a little bit of just I always like to look at the coaches when a penalty is called, and you're up 2 and you're rolling, and now you got to kill a penalty. So not great timing, but we also know what Central's PK is capable of, both defensively and offensively.
Absolutely, but Fargo North will go on the power play. It's a power play brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, and online. RBBelectric.com. Pregame sending one back to the left point for Connor Long, knocked away, and he perhaps got away with a tripping call there, or a hooking call. Could have been called for a penalty. That was going to turn into a 2-on-1 odd man for Grand Forks Central. Mac Blue and Cooper DeZiel were going up the ice, and that's lethal. 2-on-1. Instead, short-sided chance coming back by Liam Olson. That goes wide of the net, not a play, and we'll see a stoppage and a draw coming up in the Grand Forks Central zone.
Yeah, you're right. Connor Long just trying to hold the puck in, fumbled it, and then fell trying to get back, and then swiped his stick and took out the skates of, was it Mac Blue on that one?
I believe so, yeah. Mac Blue was coming up on that edge as the man that he was skating with was Cooper DeZiel. And I'll tell you what, if you're Grand Forks Central and you're coming up the ice 2-on-1 with DeZiel and Blue,
it's trouble.
You like your odds at that point. Pregame with a chance from the right wing that wings wide. This will come back out left point for Connor Long. Long dumping in the corner for Liam Olson, broken up. Long will take it back on the center line and turns it back into his own end for Bryce Dietz. And North will look to form up with 1:10 left to go on the power play clock for the Spartans. Walkenfuss jabbing a puck aside. Loose puck comes back to Boone Canta on the central line. He'll play it up into the offensive end off the far side wall. North getting to it first. It's Connor Long coming back towards the near edge, taking the puck back out of that left corner. Long pass over to the neutral zone. Liam Olson breaking out to Pregame, who will confront Central down numbers. Left back for Liam Olson after a poke check. And Olson's up into the offensive end for North. Leaked one out in front. Broken up by Central defenders. Che Kwame trying to come the other way. Left the puck behind. Pregame got a touch for North, and then it's quickly cleared by Walkenfuss with a spin off the near side wall. 30 seconds remaining on the Fargo North power play. 8:10 left of the opening period. 2-0 Central. Goals from the right point by both Logan Nielsen and Finn Lockwood. Pair of defensive goals so far tonight for Central. Another play down from the far side by Fargo North. Just trying to keep the pressure on at that point. That one was sent in by Connor Long. Central clears again, and been a pretty efficient penalty kill so far for Central.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, especially in the neutral zone and in the offensive zone, so to speak, on the PK. When North is trying to set up a breakout or come through the neutral zone, Grand Forks Central is just all over them, giving them no time and space to enter and get a power play set up.
Good run. Well, here's the thing. Central's been on the penalty kill a lot lately.
Yeah.
You ought to probably be good at it at this point.
Pretty seasoned at this point.
7:44 to play of the opening period. It's 2-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central, and the power play comes to an end for Fargo North. Both teams at full strength, and North will come up empty on their first opportunity of the man advantage here tonight. Puck left wing, Grand Forks Central back to retrieve. Wyatt Blake in the neutral zone, looking for Trey Clausen. This ends up back into the Fargo North end. Connor Long over to pick it up. Gets into a fight back up the ice. Central trying to get back on the back check, and a big hook there by Peyton Rorick, who was coming up the ice. And Rorick got his stick tangled up with one of the Knights and was able to just kind of step away from it with no harm, no foul. Apparently, seen a couple of hooks again that, they're not really generating the whistle here so far tonight.
Well, there's one.
In the corner, Kellen Doherty, and another interference call coming up. We'll see who this one's going to go against. It looks like,
I think it's Fargo North.
We're headed back slowly towards the north side of the ice. But we will see a penalty the second of the game, and it looks like Central's going on the power play this time.
Yeah, I think it's Peyton Rorick got an interference call. That's a tough one to take, right? An offensive zone interference penalty. I mean, offensive zone penalties, you never want to see those.
Time of the penalty will be at 9 minutes and 57 seconds. And now Central is going to go on the power play. So the Knights will have their first opportunity on the man advantage tonight. Brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, online. RBBelectric.com. A look by Nielsen down low, getting back a one-timer, put one in from the circle, knocked down and stopped. by goaltender Kiefer Martin. Are you noticing, Ryan, that every time the Knights touch the puck on the right point, there's no one out there to defend them? I mean, whether it's full strength or on the PK, they've got like 30 feet of space to work with out there right now.
Well, I mean, that, and also it seems like Central just owning the front of North's net right now. They're open there, and they're open at the point. So you're wondering where is everyone for Fargo North in the D zone?
Another shot for Finn Lockwood from the high slot that's kicked away by Martin. This will play back into the corner. Burris for Grand Forks Central trapped up against the boards as North gets to him on some pressure. That pressure thrown in out of the right corner, and we'll come back to Cooper DeZiel on the right side wall. Out to Lockwood. Lockwood back to DeZiel, and again, a lot of space to look and attack the net at. He works into the corner instead. Mac Blue will turn it back to the high slot. Lockwood bluffs a slap shot, bluffs a wrister, comes back to DeZiel, top of the right circle. He'll be pressured by Colby Hansen and turned back to the wing. 1:10 left of the power play. Into the corner for Burris. Burris stepping away from pressure. He'll stop on the right point again. Steps up, leaves one off. Lockwood taking it from DeZiel. He'll come back left circle. Walkenfuss into the corner looking. Blue with a quick centering pass and a wave at a one-timer by DeZiel. Off the wall, Lockwood picks up the carom. Comes back to DeZiel, top of the right circle, again down low, looking to play one in for Burris, and that was broken up by Pregame. But I am uncomfortable with the amount of space that Central's been given on the points tonight when they're able to just stand and attack, almost square up to the North net.
Yeah, just kind of watching this power play. I mean, it had some good looks, and they're trying to run some backdoor plays here, but given how both goals went in for Central, it's like maybe you just run that up high and start shooting the puck.
There are all kinds of space just inside the line. I mean, really compact penalty kill for Fargo North here. Look in, Nielsen, Kwame, stick handling down to the point, and a shot for a score by Ryder Rivard as Grand Forks Central goes to work and finally puts an end to the penalty kill for Fargo North to take a 3-0 lead. You watch this again on our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. What a play where they just break down the defense on this penalty kill. A little backhander from Kwame to Rivard. And Ryan, from looking at it on the replay there, it looks like those two men are pretty used to that type of play for Grand Forks Central.
Yeah, really good job by Central. They work it up top, and then they send it down low. And if you can get your power play to outnumber the PK in front of the net, that's exactly what you want to do, and that's exactly what happened there. Easy one for Ryder to just tap in.
Time of the goal will be at 11:37 on the power play for Grand Forks Central, and Ryder Rivard with a tap-in goal to make it 3-0 in favor of the Knights. Donovan Bollock underneath, quick one-timer in front again by Rivard. Bollock feeding off the end wall, and all of a sudden Grand Forks Central is beginning to really run the plays they want against Fargo North.
Yeah, that's about the fifth time, Ryan, we've seen that pass, that quick hit from behind the red line right to the front of the net, and Fargo North's got to figure out, I mean, how is Central so open in that area?
Really, they're defending the slot extremely hard. They don't want anybody to get in there, and yet North or other Central's finding their way in, but they're given a lot of space out on the edges. Here they attack out in front again, and Donovan Bollock got it on his forehand right on top of the crease, just had a jab loose. Kwame turning, trying to square up. Backhands one loosely as he was falling back to the ice. Loose puck to the near side, and it's sent back out into the neutral zone by Connor Long for Fargo North. Kwame turning it back into the offensive end. A stop by Donovan Bollock trying to attack. Back into the corner for Bryce Dietz, who feathers one up the left-hand wall. Let's come back into the neutral zone for the Knights. Boone Cantor with a spin move to get away from a defender. Comes back towards the near side on the left wing, was able to find Spicer. Ryland Spicer rushing into the corner, leaving it back towards the left side. Henning Gibbs on the ice tonight for Grand Forks Central, filling out that fourth line as the right winger. Here comes North the other way. Pregame trying to dance around Finn Lockwood, leaves it off the end wall, and Pregame comes back out in the left corner. Turns it back to the line, and North can't hold the zone. Christian Gomez trying, but had it deflect off the stick, and he had to step back out to bring his team back on side. Kirkaby leaving one. Quick wrist shot coming in off the left from Spicer. That one wings wide. Panzer comes up with the rebound on the left point. A struggle for control as Kirkaby looks to step wide of a defender. Loose up against the boards again, and the Spartans will look to take control of it. Carter Gebhardt steps back towards his own net and backhands one up the wall for an icing call.
It's just an absolute shooting gallery inside 20 feet for Grand Forks Central right now. I mean, another one by Ryan Spicer. He hits the net there. That's in. I mean, he got a pass 15 feet out and just zipped it wide. But you get a feeling he had Martin beat. Just missed the net.
It's really tough to break down what's going on right now with the Spartans. They started off with some confidence, and boy, the first 3-4 minutes of the game, you felt like they should have confidence. Right now, there's another tap in. That's Clausen again off the end wall. Just leaves it out in front for a tap-in 5-hole for Grand Forks Central. I believe Jake Spicer scored it. He did, and it's 4-0 Grand Forks Central.
And again, it's just Jake Spicer alone out front, uncovered. No one's got his stick, no one's got his body, and he just taps it in. Martin didn't even go down, he just stood there.
Trey Clausen, though, with the play off the wall.
Yep, again.
Watch this off the draw. It'll end up in the corner. And there's Clausen going to get it, and, of course, immediately puts it right out in front. And that came at you from an angle that you didn't see coming. And Grand Forks Central has made it a 4-0 lead here in the opening period. And this is a Fargo North team, I believe. It's in third place in the Eastern Dakota Conference right now, and the Spartans are really struggling with Grand Forks Central.
Yeah, they look like they just don't even belong on the ice with Central right now.
It's Spicer from Clausen at 13:25 in the official scoring. Before that, Rivard scored on the assists coming in from Che Kwame, and also Logan Nielsen picked up an assist on that goal, and it's 4-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central. 3 minutes to play in the opening period on your All-True scoreboard. Trey Clausen again, down low. He had Spicer open, and Spicer couldn't quite find the pass. It comes back to Lockwood in the point. Lockwood, wrister, caught and held by Kiefer Martin. We'll draw again in the North Zone. Our draws tonight brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks on Demers. And also brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier for ag tires in the region. And we'll draw in the North Zone.
Little surprise after that fourth one. TK didn't call his timeout, maybe reset a little bit. I know there's only a few minutes left to the period break, but something's got to give here for North, right?
Either that or he's thinking, okay, if we can't play 4 minutes of shutout hockey, and there was another opportunity on that right side, on that glove hand side for Martin, that time for DeZiel. And a 3-on-2 odd man the other way for North, and Pregame got one through against Weston Nielsen, but it bounced wide and comes back to the near side boards. It'll end up back in the far corner. Boone Canton to pick it up. You're thinking, hey guys, if you can't stop him for 4 minutes, we're in trouble anyway. 2-on-1, pass to Walkenfuss from DeZiel. DeZiel absorbs a hit as he comes back over to the near side wall and gets into combat for control. The puck against a hit from Arlen Dilger. It'll come back out to the neutral zone. Dilger chasing it for North. Kason Panzer holds the offensive zone for Central. And back to get it for the Spartans is Bryce Dietz. Dietz will turn it back to Connor Long. And Long rotate back into the neutral zone, waiting for it on a cherry pick. Peyton Rorick. Knights knock it away, and here's a 3-on-2 odd man rush. Rivard coming up the ice, takes the shot himself. It's poked away. Martin able to get that stick side. Bollock out in front, waves at one. It's loose underneath the player. And finally, play will be stopped as it looks as though Connor Long got on top of the puck and kept away Bollock from banging away at a rebound.
Another one, just in the paint. A pass from behind the net to in the crease, Ryan. The Central guy's wide open. In the crease, how does that happen?
You got to find a body down there at some point, right? I mean, I'm not trying to make it sound as simple as football and basketball, but you've got to defend somebody if they're standing on your crease, right? You got to know where they are.
Yeah, count 5, Ryan, right? You always got to know where 5 guys are at, and it's one thing to stand there and be there. It's another thing to get somebody's stick and be effective, and North is just, they're not doing either.
Puck comes out high. It's kept in the offensive end by Kason Panzer. He'll play it off to Lockwood on the right point. Rivard in the corner, dragging away 4-0 Central on the All-True scoreboard. And the first several minutes of the game were a pretty 50-50 mix, maybe 60-40, but North had some big saves and looked like they were hanging on. And then Central has erupted with scoring as we make our way to the final minute of play in the first period of hockey. Rivard off the near side boards on the left wing, trying to step up into the offensive end. Puck goes loose for control. Dilger coming out for the Spartans, off towards the far side. Lockwood stepping away from pressure. Back to Logan Nielsen, play off the near side boards. Kirkaby stepping away from some pressure, got through the middle of the ice, being chased all the way by Peyton Rorick. And the loose puck will go into the corner, and Tanner Kyland will pick it off for the Spartans. He'll play it up to Kellen Doherty. Doherty gets fronted. Logan Nielsen knocking it away. Doherty stays with it, struggles his way into the neutral zone. Got it back as far as the Grand Forks Central line, and Wyatt Blake is back to take care of it with a clock down to 25 seconds left. Back to Kirkaby. Kirkaby out of the corner, looking to play it up the wing. Puck goes loose along the wall, couple of spins, and back to Blake, who will step away from pressure. Turns one back off towards the near side. I'll look back up the ice for Kirkaby. Clock to 10 seconds, and here come the Knights one more time. They're led by Gibbs. Shot coming in, and we'll see Martin hold it. And with 2.2 seconds left of the opening period, and North just basically trying to get back to the locker room and figure things out. We'll see another draw coming up in the Spartan zone.
I mean, I know it's 2.2 seconds, but if you're Kiefer Martin, I think you got to dump that puck behind the net. I don't think you want this face-off.
Not really. Puck comes out, and Walkenfuss got a shot away just wide off the draw, but a really tough first period of play. And you take a look through when those goals were scored, that's only half a period. That's an 8-minute and 6-second span between goal 1 and goal 4, and the Knights show you what they can be as they were effective and then some in the first period. After 1 on the All True scoreboard, your score is Grand Forks Central 4 and Fargo North nothing. As we make our way to our intermission report, intermission number 1 tonight, brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. We'll come back with our first period highlights and a summary next. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to SprayAdvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
We welcome you to our intermission report for tonight's matchup. High school hockey tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. And our intermission report tonight in a 4-0 lead for Grand Forks Central over Fargo North, brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. With a system from High Plains Water, your quality of living in your home simply goes to another level. No more scaly buildup around those fixtures. Appliances that last longer, that saves you money. Cleaner laundry with less detergent, better tasting tap water. It all can be yours with a system from High Plains Water. Stop and see them on Gateway in Grand Forks and find out what you can do, or visit highplainswater.com. KNOX.com. And brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. If you had an issue with breakdowns throughout the course of this season, it's time to get your goods to Grand Forks Welding and Machine. Whether you've got twisted or broken shafts or holes that need tightening, other things that need worked on so that you can get ready for the upcoming season, they have you covered at Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel at 1812 Gateway Drive. Well, for the first 5 minutes of this game, we thought, okay, this is a game. I mean, Fargo North made a couple of big saves. Kiefer Martin had to take on some tough plays early. North had a couple of rushes, put a couple of pucks out in front of Weston Nielsen in the net. And then it seemed like for a while there, Central could do anything they wanted to around the opposing net. Anything from the crease, couple of goals from the point. All of a sudden it's 4-0, and you're left with Fargo North wondering what the answer is, because there seems to be about 7 Knights on the ice every time they're out there at this point. It was about 8 minutes of pure domination in that first period for Central.
That was an absolute clinic in the offensive zone by Central. I mean, okay, that first goal, that was bad. Can't happen. But that being said, they could have had 6, 7, 8 goals that period. So with or without that, I don't think it made a difference. I mean, Central just attacked the net in a way I haven't seen them do in a long time. I mean, that's always their forte, right? Central attack the net. They're so good at it. But tonight, I mean, that on steroids.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
There weren't a lot of bodies that were taken in that stretch
There was
either.
not.
Once we had some physical play early, and then once that wore down, Central was right there. We take a look at the highlights in the opening period, brought to you by Proceed. You need seed, think Proceed, proceed.net. This is the goal that Ryan's talking about that kind of excuse me, and it got the goal, our scoring started. Logan Nielsen, just kind of a bounder that I think, again, if you go back, Kiefer Martin thought that one was going to go wide. He waved the stick at it. 1-0 Central at that point. But then here comes really the types of plays that Central made. A pass out to the point. Finn Lockwood all day to measure. No one confronts him out on that point. That made it 2-0 in favor of Central. And then Central comes back a couple of plays around the net. Great pass coming here down to the doorstep. Rivard from Che Kwame. It was left out by Logan Nielsen, who gets back on the scoreboard as well. But a tap in there for Rivard as they attack the net. And then this off the draw, there's a couple of plays. The one by Lockwood was made by Trey Clausen, who's having a great run. This is made by Clausen as well. Puts it out in front for Jake Spicer. Spicer takes care of that one as well. And those are your replays and your highlights from the opening period, brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed, proceed.net. 14-3. Shots on goal in the opening period with Hulet the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. 4 goals, 4 different men. Who had the multiple point periods? Well, 2 assists for Trey Clausen, assisting on Lockwood's goal and assisting on Spicer's goal. And then Logan Nielsen, a goal and an assist in the opening period tonight. Finn Lockwood with a goal, Ryder Rivard with a goal, assists for Mac Blue, Gavin Walkenfuss. Jake Spicer actually with 2 points in that period. My apologies. He had a goal and an assist on Lockwood's goal as well. And Che Kwame on the scoreboard with an assist on Rivard's goal. So
Ryder Burris with 2 assists also.
I didn't hear them give assists to Ryder Burris.
He's got 2. Yeah, he had 2 on. Yeah, he had the second one.
I was listening to what they were calling. They must have made some changes.
They could have made some changes.
Okay, we'll compare
that
that up.
Fourth goal.
Okay,
according to the score sheets.
We'll compare that up. But in the end, Trey Clausen, 2 assists in that period, but he made 2 really good plays to get him. He continues to impress us right now for Central.
He does, and that third line in general. I mean, if those Ryder Burris assists are correct as they are in the score sheet, that's 4 points, 5 points from that third line in the first period.
They're coming together really well.
They're coming together. I mean, that's good. But let's talk about those goals. And we talked about a couple of those goals that were the easy tap-ins. But what was on those highlights were the saves that Martin made, where Central just missed on those, short tap-ins. The one thing that I really like, it's not like Central's skaters are just skating and standing in the slot. They're back. They're out in space, and then they move to the open ice. And when you saw Jake Spicer's goal where he came in, he's not planted, Ryan. He's skating into that puck, and he's moving as he taps it in. And that happened 4 or 5 times. So they're sitting back, and then as the puck works, they find that soft area. North can't account for anybody right now. And Central's just feeding off of it.
And that's a read, right? That's men
100%.
constantly heads up, reading to see where the ice is going to open up, and having great anticipation to get there.
Yeah, and that's the goal scorer coming in and making that play. But it's also the guy behind the net, because all these pucks are coming from the corner. I mean, they're knowing that, hey, I got a guy coming to the net. My first look as I turn is not to go to the point, it's not to go to the corners. I'm going to turn and see if I can get that puck to the front of the net. And then if you can't, it's like a football, right? You check down the front of the net, okay, that's not open. Then we go to the point, or then we circle back in the corner or something like that. But the slot's been open. They're hitting it.
Well, sounds like a concerted effort made by the coaching staff to get more production around the net, and it's worked out tonight. 4-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central after a period. Second period action is on the way next. Stay with us. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Excuse me, folks. We get ready for second period action tonight. Grand Forks Central leading Fargo North by a score of 4-0 as we continue our coverage of high school hockey tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Our intermission report tonight brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. So 4-0. At the end of one, Central scored 4 goals in an 8-minute, 6-second span in the first period. And Ryan Kuntz, I don't know what message you deliver in the locker room if you're Spartan head coach Tyler Klein, other than can't score 4 on one play. It's got to start with 1, but we've got to come out and show some life here in the early going.
Well, they also just changed goalies, so Dominic Crocker's going to start the second period here. Hard to blame Kiefer Martin other than that first one, but you got to do something to try and change this up here.
You know, the goalie is very much like the quarterback in football. It might not be his fault, but that's the change that you make. That's the most noticeable if you're trying to pick your team up. And so Tyler Klein will enter Dominic Crocker, who's a sophomore. Goals against average this season of 3.25 and a record of 1-1 so far this year. So he split a little time throughout the course of the season with, I guess you could say, the starter Kiefer Martin. But Central leading by a score of 4-0. And working into the offensive end with a 3-on-2 rush. Rivard looking for the puck. Che Kwame will come back and poke it down back behind the net once again as Rivard puts on some pressure to facilitate a change for Grand Forks Central. Puck out in the neutral zone. Boone Cantor, correction back, Blue with a touch. He'll play it up to Ryder Burris on the left wing. Burris trying to get a shot away. That was blocked. Bryce Dietz took it off the body for Grand Forks Central. Back into the corner. Played back by DeZiel to the point. Lockwood looking, firing, and scoring. And Grand Forks Central takes a 5-0 lead. Finn Lockwood from the left point. Another play just kind of undefended out in open space. And there's a goal on the board, a minute and a second into the second period of play. Let's take a look at it again while Ryan breaks it down for us.
Yeah, I mean, this is just another Finn Lockwood shot. I mean, you know, when he gets a look and he can walk in like that, he's just lethal. And like you said, uncontested. He walks in 10 feet and just snaps it far side. And what I was going to say, too, is, you know, if you're Central, like, you can't let up here, right? Foot on the gas, keep this going, and a minute in, seems like they are.
It just seems like, though, as on that goal for Finn Lockwood, there was someone trying to block a shot, but nobody came out to confront him. Cooper DeZiel picks up an assist on that, and a loose puck that beat Weston Nielsen's glove is jabbed away on the near side by Finn Lockwood, ends up out of play. But a 5-0 lead for Grand Forks Central. Once again, I mean, we'll go back and take a look at that once again, Ryan, just so you can see what we're talking about. I mean, this is the goal for Lockwood. It comes out to the point, and I mean, that 20 feet, maybe more, where there just isn't anybody. They try to block the shot instead of come out and confront him and maybe put a body on him, right?
Yeah, and plus whoever was out there blocking was down early, so it gave Lockwood an opportunity to work around the block. And on top of that, the North player slid off of him and gave him a lane. He's got to hold that lane if he's going to go out and block that early. He did not do that.
Well, and the difference on it, too, is that it takes, number one, it allows more of an uncontested path to shoot the puck, but then you can see the whole thing, too. That was you can just stand up and square up to it.
Yeah, just too much time if you're Fargo North. Too much time to give a kid like Finn Lockwood that kind of space.
So 5-0 Central, 15 minutes to play in the second period on the All-True scoreboard, and the Knights coming back after a couple of games where they weren't exactly as effective as they would have thought. Now Trey Clausen, one-time door tap, Jake Spicer, 6-0. Spicer up the ice, taking one again from Trey Clausen, who's got his third assist tonight.
And not only is that his third assist, Ryan, this is all him again. I mean, just taking the puck to the neutral zone right here.
Absorbs
takes the
a
puck,
hit. There's the hit
move,
that he absorbs.
Right, not trying to do too much, uses
and then
his body,
passes, yeah.
and then slides it over. Man, Trey Clausen is on fire right now.
6-0 Grand Forks Central. Time of that goal will be at 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And the goal will go for Jake Spicer. And Spicer has his second goal tonight. Trey Lockwood has his third assist tonight. And here comes Central with Rylan Spicer coming up the ice. Widening out to the near side. Henning Gibbs is up with him. Spicer will take it into the corner with Gibbs trying to control up against the wall. So 6-0 Central. And if you're Fargo North trying to fight your way back into this, you can't afford to give up another one. You have to have a chance to stop the clock early. Otherwise, the running clock almost for surely comes into play unless something really tragic happens for Grand Forks Central. Now here come the Spartans the other way in a turnover. Connor Odmondson puts a shot in. Weston Nielsen holds for the whistle. And obviously, Ryan, the body language for Fargo North is going to be a little tough in this situation, but you go back to when it was 1-2-0. They really weren't looking to get into a firefight for Central as far as the body was concerned. They weren't getting physical tonight.
No, they weren't. There were some hits early, right? But
they just didn't show you they wanted to confront anybody out on the wings or on the point. Or
yeah, it's a weird combination we talked about where they're not confronting anywhere, giving Central a lot of time and space, but also not really covering the key areas, point, slot. Those are wide open.
Here's a 2-on-1. Bollock, Rivard, and Rivard with a backhander roofed over goaltender Dominic Crocker to make it 7-0 Grand Forks Central. This is a nifty shot from Ryder Rivard as we watch it again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You're going to see Bollock send this one up to Rivard, and Rivard switch to his backhand and go top shelf. Nice pass, backhand, lifts it. 7-0 Grand Forks Central.
I mean, that's the exact same goal. It's two goals are identical. The Jake Spicer goal and that one by Ryder. And not to rub salt in the wounds, but you bring in a backup goalie, and I think he's letting the first 3 shots.
Yeah, 3 goals in 2 minutes and 58 seconds as well.
The shots were 14, now they're 17, and they have 3 goals. So.
Yeah, so it's become a really tough second period here for Fargo North as well. And I wonder if Fargo North isn't the victim of a Central team that doesn't feel like they've been themselves for the last couple of games, and we're going to make a concerted effort to try to change this tonight. Kwame out in front, Rivard digging, puck's loose, top of the crease, that's in for a goal. We're not sure who scored it. I believe it's Ryder Rivard, and if it's Rivard, that's a hattie for Ryder Rivard. That'll make it 8-0. 3 goals in 3 minutes and 36 seconds.
And there's a timeout. There's a timeout just to kind of keep, I'm not even say respectable, because I don't know, I think we're past that. But just do something. This is, and here's the double-edged sword of this, and we're seeing this. You're down big against Central, so then you have to take chances. So now you got 4 guys on the rush, right? North is sending 4 guys. They're turning the puck over, so it's just 2-on-1, 3-on-1. We're just seeing odd man, odd man, odd man. These last 3 goals all started odd man rushes coming through the neutral zone. That started, it didn't end with one, but it started with it. And Mac Blue grabs the puck for Ryder's first
hat trick,
high school hat trick.
Ryder Rivard with 2 goals in the period, back-to-back goals. And Ryder Rivard with a hat trick to make it 8-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central on Fan Appreciation Night. They're going to skate with the night after the night is over, and it'll probably be a pretty happy Grand Forks Central Knights team that will be on the ice with the kids.
Yeah, they're showing some love to the fans. Hey,
free pizza tonight.
Free pizza.
Some door prizes.
A bunch of goals.
Yep, that's nice, right? Some nice highlight plays. A couple of little girls over across the way in Central cheerleading outfits. That's kind of nice to see. So, a little team spirit being shown.
I don't see that.
They came down. They came down the aisle there, right above the Voller sign. Right.
I do see some hockey jerseys, so I see boys with their team jerseys on and sitting over here.
Yeah, tonight, if you're a Grand Forks youth hockey player, you get in for free by wearing your jersey, which worked out well for my son because he had hockey practice over at Gambucci. Here's a 2-on-1. Mac Blue fires, and that was saved on the butt end of the stick by Dominic Crocker. He put his stick up and got it off the end of the stick, the handle of the stick, to keep that one out. And the Knights will come back into their own end and take possession of a puck, leading by a score of 8-0. Here comes DeZiel again. Leaves it for Blue, back to DeZiel. DeZiel trying to dangle in front of Crocker, and Crocker got out to take that one off of his stick. Finn Lockwood will hold it in the offensive end. Walkenfuss plays it back high, slot wrister. That was kicked by Kaysen Panzer. Ends up going wide, but Walkenfuss will pick it up. He turns it back to Finn Lockwood, right point. Back to the near side, Blue looking, trying to go across the slot. Instead puts it down low. Walkenfuss digs for a rebound, ends up being saved by Crocker. And we'll see a little pushing and shoving on the end of the play. Jack Amundsen stepping in. No harm, no foul. And we'll draw coming up in the north zone.
Yeah, there's just so much chaos going on in front of Crocker right now. I mean, it's just pucks and bodies and rebounds and odd man rushes. I mean, hard to come into that situation, and then the first 3 shots you face are 3-on-1s or 2-on-1s.
Yeah, you're right. You're right to bring that up, Ryan. It's not that the first 3 shots just turned into goals. Like you said, they were 2-on-1, 3-on-1 odd man rushes. I mean, just no chance. Tap-ins around the net.
Well, yeah, 2-on-1s that turned into breakaways after the pass across. Then, Central players skating in all alone. I mean, granted, the Finn Lockwood shot was from deep, but he had all day and traffic in front of the net. So it's, again, you don't give up 8 goals because your goalie's struggling. You give 8 goals because everyone is struggling.
No, that's a good point. We're going to draw in the north end. Draws brought to you tonight by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks, and brought to you tonight by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. Trey Clausen along the far wall, and the puck taken off his stick by Peyton Rorick, who will come up the ice. Rorick leaving one up for Kellen Doherty, who tries to track it down the corner. Knights get back in the back check pretty well. Ryder bursts on the near side board, sends one back to Boone Canta behind the central net. Canta rotates out towards the left wing. Puck gets held up on the wing. Arlen Dilger through a body. Dilger's been good tonight for Fargo North, third line winger that's been out there early and often. And he's been kind of the one Spartan that's been willing to get in there and mix it up and play a little blue collar tonight.
Yeah, you really haven't seen much of a pushback, have you? Once the goals started to fall, even the big dogs for North, it's just been quiet from everybody.
Burris in the neutral zone, coming up ice with Clausen at center. Burris takes a shot. It's kicked aside by Dominic Crocker, the second goalie tonight for Fargo North. Played back into the neutral zone. Kent, a bit of a mishandle, taking a look back behind him. Rotates back to Wyatt Blake on a backhanded pass to the right corner. Now loose out in front. Weston Nielsen makes a stop as Rorik got one away from a turn on a loose puck in the left circle. And we'll draw coming up in the central zone with 11:05 left of the second period.
Trey Clausen's line and leaves the ice without Trey getting assists. Feels like it's been an hour since that's happened.
He's been so good lately, though. I mean, he really, at times, there's one off the draw that comes in, I believe, from Logan Nielsen. Fargo North's going to score on a goal that I believe was scored by Logan Nielsen on his own net.
Yeah, it was a set play. He won the draw straight back to, it was Logan Nielsen, and they were trying to shoot the zone, and he just hit his own player, and it kicked right back. And
we'll take a look at it on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and you're going to see Logan Nielsen step in here, and I think just mishandle the puck.
And it was
just clanked off him. Liam Olsen is the closest man that's there, and so Olsen will get credit for the goal. So Liam Olsen gets credit for the goal, and I believe they gave an assist on that to Colby Hansen. Time of the goal at 5:58 of the second period. Cuts the lead to 7 at 8-1. Logan Nielsen up into the neutral zone, finding Henning Gibbs, high slot wrister. Ryland Spicer, a shot knocked down by Crocker. This will flow back into the Grand Forks central end.
Did they give an assist on that?
They did.
How?
I don't know.
North didn't touch the puck.
Right. I didn't think they did.
No,
maybe they saw something out in front.
The only guy who touched it was whoever scored, whoever skated went off of.
Logan Nielsen back into his own end, and here comes a penalty now against Nielsen. And I'm not really sure what that penalty is going to be for. They can give him for a hook, tripping call.
Yeah, he kind of took his feet out a little bit.
I don't know how you trip somebody hip to hip, but that's all right. Logan Nielsen for tripping. Time of the penalty will be at 6 minutes 46 seconds. And a power play coming up for Fargo North, brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, and online, rbbelectric.com. Well, we'll see if...
Pull the goalie?
Do you think?
Down 7. Might as well.
Ryan, I don't think so. I think if you can cut the lead to 5, then maybe that's when
we'll start talking.
Really put the pressure on at that point. Puck comes around to the near side. Again, North on the power play. Liam Olsen on the point, setting up a one-timer that goes wide of the net as Weston Nielsen tried to come out and take that on the glove. Connor Long dialed up the one-timer. Long will turn it back into the corner. A look back behind the net by Grand Forks Central's Kason Panzer. He'll leave it alone. Mac Blue breaks out with it, makes a flip pass. DeZiel's got it. He's in by himself. DeZiel fires, and it goes up and over the bar. I think everybody in the building expected DeZiel to score.
I was just going to say.
Perhaps Crocker as well.
99% chance that was going in.
And he ended up leaving it over the bar in a shorthanded rush. Spartans back up front on the power play. Puck towards the near side, Connor Long. Long a turn out of the left edge of the circle, found Liam Olsen in the corner. Olsen a stop, turn back. Near wing for Connor Long again, back to Olsen in the corner. Olsen confronted, this is backhanded pitchforked out by Central on a clear with 59 seconds left to go on the power play. Spartans back up front on a rush against a change from Central. Bryce Dietz leaving it up into the offensive end, stopped behind the net by Weston Nielsen. And a chance to clear, cut down on that right point by Kellen Doherty. Doherty stepping into the circle, wrister up and over, and we'll see a draw coming up in the central end. Officially 41 seconds left on the power play.
Great stick there by Gavin Walkenfuss to get out. And that's the one, I mean, that's the play that we're missing from North, right? Is shooter on the wall, and North is not getting out to challenge Central's shooters, but they're on the PK. Gavin Walkenfuss, great job getting there and getting his stick out, deflecting a puck, kills that play. Great job.
Christian Gomez holds the puck on the right point for North off the draw, gets it back, leaves it back towards the right for Kellen Doherty, back to Gomez, wrister into traffic, went wide of the net, picked up back behind the net by Connor Amundsen. Amundsen will turn it back to the point. Tanner Kylan had a touch. Central takes it away. Bang off the near side wall. Bollock steps away from a pair of defenders, leaves one in the corner for Walkenfuss. back towards Bollitt, but he overskated it. It'll work back into the right corner. Tyner Kylan comes up with control for the Spartans. Back to Walkenfuss in the left wing for Central as the Knights look to kill off the penalty in Fargo North's end, and they do. Back to full strength for Grand Forks Central, still with a 7-goal lead. Bollick out on the high slot, poking one towards the corner. It goes loose to Jack Amundsen off the wall. Amundsen turning it back towards the wing. Got it back to Tanner Kylan. Kylan a look and a dump off the glass into the central end. They're going to wave off icing. Kaysen Panzer's back for the Knights. Turns it back into the neutral zone. This is touched. They'll wave off icing again. And Burris goes racing after the puck with Connor Long. Hard collision into the wall. Jake Spicer leaves it back behind the net for Burris. Burris and Spicer going to work in the corner. Goes loose on the wing, and Burris able to pick it up. Burris tails into the corner. Turns it back towards the point, finding Finn Lockwood. Lockwood stick handling, firing into traffic, knocked down in front of the net. Crocker didn't have to make a save on it. He had some defenders in front, and the puck sprays out to Lucas Jackson, who comes up ice for Fargo North. And Weston Nielsen to put a glove on one as it dribbles into the crease. We'll see a draw coming up in the central end with 7:18 left of the second period. Knights leading 8-1 on the all-true scoreboard.
Another hard shot. Finn Lockwood just, man, he shoots hard. He let that one rip from the point again. Just a quick little snapshot. It didn't even get to the net. It hit a North player, which I'm sure didn't feel great, but man, he shoots hard. I will say this, Ryan, the one thing as we get to the halfway point of this game here, 8-1, sometimes what you'll see from the team up, right? They get a little bit cute. Point night trying to do some dangly-schmangly things. Sure. Central is still just trying to make plays. I mean, they are moving the puck, getting open, getting it back. It's good to see.
Did you just say dangly schmangly?
Schmangly.
Is that a term?
It's specific to, it's me.
It's a U hockey term?
I can explain it to you off the air and it'll make more sense. And
okay.
It'll probably be funny. And maybe we can incorporate it more as we.
Is there, as the puck sprayed out of play, is there a story about War Road in it for me?
No, it's.
Okay.
So now that we got a little second here and it's 8-1, you know, this AAA stuff that we do, we play a lot of these academy, I'm doing air quotes now,
sure.
Academies, and so every time we play one of these stick handling academies, I always call them Dangle Schmangle University. Who you playing? I got Dangle Schmangle University this weekend. So for my Team ND guys listening right down, they're laughing because I always say that and they think it's pretty funny. So
shot by Nielsen, deflected. Ryland Spicer backhands it towards the net and it sprays off the far wall, and it's picked up by Lucas Jackson of Fargo North. 8-1 Central on the all-true scoreboard. Dangly Schmangly University.
Dangle Schmangle. It's always some like stick handling or skating academy and made up crap.
Spicer to Gibbs. Shot out of the right point from Hunter Hildy. It bounded loose in front of an opening in the net. Now picked up by Jack Amundsen for North. And Amundsen will come up the ice with a man, Connor Amundsen, on his right. Puck dribbles loose into the circle.
Oh, what's going on here?
Kirkeby got hooked, and he got hooked by Hunter Hildy. So Hildy hooked Kirkeby and took Kirkeby down, but apparently they don't call hooking on you if you hook your own player. You can do that. You just can't hook the opposition.
That looked like a Three Stooges skit for a while there. Just guys running each other everywhere. Bodies flying.
Bryce Dietz back up into the offensive end. A stop, and a puck got through the wickets on Boone Canta. Then we see Walkenfuss dragging a player into the corner. This comes loose in the circle. Arlen Dilger trying to play it out, but Ryder Burris comes away with it 3-on-3. Chips off the far wall and sends one towards the corner. Christian Gomez picks it up, and now we'll see a slashing call. And a penalty and a power play coming up, I believe, for Grand Forks Central.
Yeah, Rorick, way behind the play, just chopped the stick out of Tim Lockwood's hands. Probably could have not done that given the circumstances, but might as well give Central a 5-on-4. Why not? It's only 8-1.
Time of the penalty, 11 minutes and 30 seconds. And it's an RBB Electric power play brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, online, RBBelectric.com. Knights leading by a score of 8-1, but the last one went to North. Although it was scored by a Knight. 9 goals scored by the Knights tonight. 8 that count for Central. And now here's a breakaway play by Caleb Brigham on a turnover. Brigham goes in for the shorty and scores. And Fargo North has cut the lead to 6 on a shorthanded goal from Caleb Brigham after the Knights turned it over on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what they were missing the first period and a half, is watch how aggressive they are here. Instead of just giving Central all the time in the world, Pregame forces a turnover here and then makes a really nice play. Forehand backhand. How's she going with the skate?
Should be an unassisted goal. And it is unassisted for Caleb Pregame. Time of the goal will be at 11 minutes and 53 seconds. And the lead is cut to 6, 2 in a row for Fargo North. Makes it 8-2 in favor of the Knights. And remember now, this is a Spartan team that was down 6-2 to Red River at the Coliseum and all of a sudden was up 7-6. There is absolutely no quit in this Spartan team at all. DeZiel in the corner. Puck ends him back out in front of the net, and a quick try by Burris on a snapshot, kicked away by Crocker. It ends up loose in the corner. Burris comes back, tried to make a cross-ice pass to DeZiel. That was broken up and iced. Now, oh, that's right. Now they can clear. My apologies. For a moment, I thought Fargo North was on the power play. They're on the penalty kill. My apologies on that, folks. Puck comes up the ice. Che Kwame for Grand Forks Central, waiting for Logan Nielsen to join the play. He'll turn it into the corner for a play down low for Ryland Spicer. Back off the wall again. A turn in towards Blake, and Blake will leave it back behind the net for Ryder Rivard. Rivard with a hat trick tonight. Kwame taking a look. Out in front, nothing happening around the crease. He'll turn it back towards the left wing for Logan Nielsen. Nielsen down to the corner, just sends it behind the net, looking for Rivard, knocked around. Christian Gomez back there defensively for North as the power play continues. We didn't get the power play clock started. My apologies, folks. We'll just take that off the screen for you at this point. Rivard trying to go cross ice. There's 10 seconds left in the man advantage. And another breakout odd man rush for Fargo North. Pregame again with a wrister from the right wing with Liam Olsen on his left. Ends up trickling wide. And now Logan Nielsen for Central comes up into the offensive end. He'll go short-sided and hit the side of the net. Rivard played it back out in front, nobody home. It comes back to the left point for Y. Blake. Power play over. The lead is 6 for Grand Forks Central at 8-2 with the clock down to 3:15 to go in the second period. Rivard high slot, drops one back. Blake, wrist shot into traffic, wide. Puck comes back near edge for Nielsen along the wing. Nielsen back to the near side for Ryder Burris. This will trickle back into the neutral zone. Jake Spicer with a stop at the puck, and Central's going to be offside. So, we'll draw on the Fargo North line with 3 minutes left to go in the second period. I don't know, has Central gotten it all cute? I don't think they really have.
Yeah, a little bit. Some of these, maybe one too many passes. They've seen a couple of these like cross-seam passes that weren't open. We're never going to get there, and North has intercepted and had a rush here or there.
It's tough to maintain the intensity.
It is tough to maintain the intensity. That's completely fair.
Spicer looking into Burris, who is rushing the slot. Puck goes by Trey Clausen off to the far wall. It's been taken up by North's Arlen Dilger. Dilger comes out towards the left wing. Stop along the boards for Kellen Doherty. Comes back towards the left side and floats back in the neutral zone. Connor Long left to go back to get it on the right wing for Fargo North with 2.5 to play in the second period. Puck comes back as far as the central line. Dilger had a chance at it. Left it behind him. Peyton Rourke will play it back down. Comes back to the left corner. Lucas Jackson on the rush. Left it back behind the net. Hildy will spin it out for Grand Forks Central. Pass near side to DeZiel for the Knights. DeZiel trying to pressure. That one broken up by North. And this will float free back into the North zone. Comes back to Connor Long out of the left corner. Long will turn it back towards the central line. Boone Canta with a turn, a backhand off the wall. Looking near side for Gibbs. Gibbs will spin it back to the line for Canta. Canta played it up the ice. They're going to wave off icing here. A reach up by Trey Clausen. Couldn't quite pull that in. Gibbs rushes it. Connor Long comes away with control. Breakout pass to Pregame on the right. And Finn Lockwood back to break that up. It'll come back to the wall. Lucas Jackson steps up into the offensive end for North. And then lost the puck on possession to Central's Kaysen Panzer. Panzer looking back to Finn Lockwood on the left. Lockwood to Kirkaby. Leaves one behind him for Gibbs. Now picked up by Ryland Spicer. Tapped down to the top of the crease and ends up drifting wide. Brigham for North turns it back to the wing. Lockwood steps into the corner. He tried to feather one for Gibbs. That was broken up, and Liam Olsen will take it away for North on the rush back as far as the neutral zone. Now he gains a step against Ryland Spicer. Turns it in front of the net, but didn't quite have the angle to set up a play for Tanner Kyland, who had come up the ice with him, and we'll see an offside call against the Spartans with a minute and a second left to go in the second period.
Yeah, Connor Adams on that last one, I think he had a lane to the net, Ryan. He had beat the central defender and I think it was Case and Panzer, and then instead of just driving the net, he kind of spun that back and threw a pass across. But I think he's got to keep driving the net there and see what happens.
And we've seen a couple of plays that you were talking about with Central where they could have gone to the net hard and made an extra pass, tried to set something up. And like we mentioned, when you have an 8-0 lead, it's hard to tell your team, okay, play like it's 0-0 and get them to accept it, right?
Yeah, it's hard. You get, obviously, North is trying to save face here, so they're probably, pushing a little bit harder, and you're just trying to maybe ride this one out here.
3 points in the EDC on the line. Central trying to run their Eastern Dakota Conference record to 7-0. Shot from Nielsen hit the side of the net. Logan Nielsen getting free again from the point. Gavin Walkenfuss wiped out as he turns one back to the point. He's sent back down. Walkenfuss digging for it behind the net. Mac Blue will backhand it loose. Works back towards the right wing for Logan Nielsen. Nielsen backing away with possession of the puck. Leaves it high slot for Blake. Stick handling, firing up and over the bar on Crocker. This will turn back out towards the right wing. Back to Nielsen. And now Case and Panzer, or actually Blake rather, trying to hold the puck in the offensive end and had it leak out just beyond the blue line. He's sent back up the near side wall by Central as they regain the zone. And a chip by Walkenfuss wide of the net. Walkenfuss turns it back towards the corner and tries to maintain possession against a pair of Spartans that take him into the wing. And that's going to be the end of the second period of play. Well, 8-0 at one point, now 8-2. A hat trick for Ryder Rivard. And Central with a 28-9 shots on goal advantage, leading by 6 as we go to the final period of this one. And boy, a night, Ryan, where we thought, hey, this could be a really dandy Eastern Dakota Conference matchup, and Central just executed so well around the net. They took a lot of drama out of this one the early going tonight.
Yeah, we still got a period left, so we'll see how this shakes out. But you got to think when the buzzer rings at 0 here in the third that this is going to be a statement.
Yeah,
win for Grand Forks Central.
Well, they needed one to come back, and one could make the argument that the last few minutes of the second period weren't exactly their best resume either. But with an 8-0 lead, Grand Forks Central definitely did what they had to do to get started. Right now, it's 8-2 in favor of the Knights as we go to our intermission report for intermission number 2, brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. We'll come back with a couple of the highlights from period number 2 next. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters. Something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Well, we're watching some celebrity shooting here tonight as some fans have an opportunity to shoot pucks, and we thought a couple of them were going to go in for cash money, but they did not. And this next contestant that we see here, Ryan Kuntz has a vested interest in at this point, and we'll see. Oh, that's a nice little wrist shot. Oh, that's in! How about that? I'm sorry. Hey, Ryan, that's in.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
You know, in college, I did this at a UND game once. Full Ralph, and I nailed it. I won a plane ticket to Chicago.
Very nice.
Which I didn't use.
You didn't use it?
I couldn't find anyone to go with me. We were all college students. Who's gonna go with me?
I'd have went. We'd have gone to a Blackhawks game.
I didn't know you
fun.
back then.
That was long. That was a couple of lifetimes ago. 8-2 your score as we go to our intermission report. Our intermission brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, 1812 Gateway Drive in Grand Forks. If it's time to get that equipment serviced and get it ready for the upcoming season, whatever that may be, whatever season you have, twisted or broken shafts or holes that need tightening, they've got you covered at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. And High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. With a system from High Plains Water, your quality of living goes up in your home. Softer skin out of the shower with treated water, doing a better job when it comes down to your shower. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures and appliances. That lasts longer. That saves you money. High Plains Water with better tasting water right out of the tap as well. High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. Well, the Knights at one point take an 8-0 lead. It's now 8-2. Ryder Rivard with a hat trick. Let's just go right to our highlights that we have with our second period highlights, brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Get started. Finn Lockwood just a minute and a second into the period. We saw this already earlier in the game. Finn Lockwood with the wrister from the left point and all kinds of time to square up and take the shot. That made it 5-0 Central. Then it would be Jake Spicer coming up the ice as things really began to get out of hand. Trey Clausen coming up, setting up Spicer. Clausen with his third assist. Spicer just attacking the net. That made it 6-0 in favor of Central. And then later, a couple of goals back-to-back by Ryder Rivard to come with a hat trick. 2-on-1, Bollock feeding Rivard. Rivard goes to his backhand and roofs one to make it 7-0. And then the next one, set up this time by Logan Nielsen down to the doorstep, and they just kept banging away on this one, and it was Rivard that dug it out and scored on the short side, if you will, to make it 8-0 at that point. And Central takes an 8-2 lead into the third period. Those are your highlights brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. So Rivard, 3 goals tonight for the hat trick. Trey Clausen, 3 assists tonight, on the board 3 times. Donovan Bollock with a couple of assists to be on the board twice. Che Kwame has got a couple of assists tonight. Ryder Burris with a couple of assists. Logan Nielsen has a goal and an assist so far tonight. Gavin Walkenfuss on the board. Jake Spicer on the board with a goal and an assist. We mentioned Kwame with 2. And then Jake Spicer actually 2 goals and an assist. My apologies. Jake Spicer now with 3 points on the night as well. Liam Olsen scoring for Fargo North on a goal that we believe was actually created by an errant skate from Grand Forks Central. And then a good goal that was scored by Brigham. Caleb Brigham getting up the ice short-handed for a goal that was unassisted after the Knights turned it over on a power play to make it 8-2 at the end of period number 2. But all in all right now, it's a big night for Grand Forks Central.
And a huge night for the Team ND 16U boys, who now have accounted for 10 points in this game. Not that I'm...
Those are your guys.
Not that I'm sitting over here counting.
Yes, you are. You don't know that if you're not doing that.
I'm sitting over here counting as... Let's see, we got Ryder with 3 goals, Trey 3 assists, Quam's in there, Logan with a goal and assist. So,
if you don't know, folks, Ryan Kuntz is the coach of Team 16U, Team North Dakota, in the fall and then again in the spring. And your team seems to be doing quite well tonight.
Yes.
Which means a good future for Grand Forks Central, because 16U guys tend to have a couple of additional years to keep playing.
Yeah, we'll see a few of these guys. I mean, Ryder's a sophomore. Chase a junior, so he's got 1 year left. Logan's sophomore, junior. Anyway, at least 1 more year after this for a couple of these guys. 2 for some.
Yep. Well, and the way things are going, with the NCAA giving a year of eligibility back for junior college play. Apparently you can play as much as you want in the junior college and it doesn't count towards your NCAA eligibility. So I feel like we could probably give them 1 more year of high school, huh?
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
And 20-year-olds playing high school?
Could you imagine the teams that shots on goal are 28-9 in favor of Grand Forks Central? That is your intermission summary, brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. It is a very one-sided matchup right now with Central leading by a score of 8-2. We'll come back with more. Get ready for second period action, so do stay with us from Purple Arena tonight. After 2 periods of play, it's the Knights 8 and the Spartans 2. And we've got a special word to work in from a football coach when we come back on our intermission report as well, so stay with us. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. We're back with more in a couple of moments.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with Harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks. Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. At the second intermission, it is 8-2 in favor of Grand Forks Central over Fargo North. Tomorrow night, we're back at it again. Sam Jensen with the call over at Civic Center Arena in East Grand Forks for a classic. Green Wave back in the top 10 in Minnesota Class A. Going to take on third-ranked St. Thomas Academy out of the AA level. That'll be coming up tomorrow night, 7 o'clock-ish pregame, 7:30 face-off. KNOX Live Sports along with KNOX Radio. The last time that I saw that matchup, state hockey tournament from 2013, St. Thomas Academy was Class A, hadn't moved up yet. And they were so good that year that their student section would begin chanting, "This one's over," when the puck hit the ice for the opening faceoff. And The night before, East Grand Forks played Rochester Lords and had defeated Lords to move on. There is a basketball loose on the ice. Somebody lost a basketball on the rink, and Tony Bean is going to retrieve it. The activities director for Grand Forks Central going to walk his way out on the ice. And
that's wet ice, Tony. On your toes.
Be careful.
Yeah.
So in any event, the night before, the East Grand Forks student section saw what they had done, and the next night, for the face-off of the semifinals, they put the puck down, and St. Thomas Academy began chanting, "This one's over." And East Grand Forks' fan base responded with a rousing chorus of "Daddy's money, clap, 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 clap." I don't think a lot of friends were made. St. Thomas Academy won the game and then moved up, and East Grand Forks won the next 2 state championships. But apparently there wasn't a ton of respect between the two fan bases, Ryan. Is that what you'd say at that point? I don't know. So
both of those are actually very funny. I mean, both are great.
They kind of are. But that'll be tomorrow night. And next week we've got a good mix of basketball and hockey. We are getting ready for another matchup between East Grand Forks and War Road, which I believe is next week. And then also within a couple of weeks, we're going to see the Gambucci Cup Series get going again. Third week of January, Central Red River, and also Central Red River basketball doubleheader. So we got a lot going on here. I wanted to mention this. I got a text message from Jake Schauer, head football coach at Grand Forks Central, about the success that Trey Clausen is having. He had a great game against West Fargo Cheyenne. Great game up at War Road. He's having a nice night tonight with 3 assists. And Jake Schauer, the head football coach at Central, said that Clausen is one of the most underrated athletes in town. He said a great football player, too. Overall, fantastic kid to coach. And he's really, really a fun guy to see having success right now for Central.
Yeah, I will echo those sentiments. We got to spend about 2 to 3 months together this fall doing some fall hockey stuff, and he would play football on Friday, so he'd miss our Friday games, and then he'd, who knows, drive through the night or get up at 3 in the morning and come to the early game Saturday. So it's hard to go from football Friday to hockey Saturday, Sunday, but he balanced it. He's a great kid. Glad to see he's having a really, really good year here.
Yep. No question about it. 3 points tonight. He's had 3 really good games back to back to back. Third period's on the way in a couple of moments. Take one more break and an intermission report brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine and by High Plains Water. Third period's next here on KNOX Sports and the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue-Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Well, we're having some fun here tonight as we get ready for the third period of action between Grand Forks Central and Fargo North, with the Knights leading by a score of 8-2. Ryan Kuntz saw my empty walking taco package that I purchased from the concession stand, and he refuses to admit that the delicacy that is purchased here at Purpur Arena is referred to as a walking taco. He's trying to convince me that
Taco in a bag.
in Grand Forks colloquialism, it's taco in a bag. However, the package says on it clearly that it's a walking taco, and that's exactly what it was. That was my dinner this evening, and all of us that were in Valley City as children learned to call it a walking taco. Everybody refers to it as a walking taco except people in Grand Forks.
I think it extends I think it's more of like a North Dakota, Minnesota, upper Midwest. I knew it was taco in a bag for 15 years before I ever heard the phrase walking taco. And
what's written on the package?
It doesn't. Feel free to tweet Ryan Cunningham and let him know, because
at KNOX Radio Ryan, that's how you'll find me on X.
I'm pretty sure the majority of your responses are going to say taco in a bag.
It's walking taco.
Okay. We'll see.
Again, at KNOX Radio Ryan on X. Apparently Ryan Kuntz, which we can't share his Twitter handle.
Nope, I don't exist.
Because he apparently is not on Twitter, even though he is.
Banned for life.
He got banned, but he came back as Eric something or other. With a fake name and everything else.
They wouldn't let me sign up under my real name.
Is that really what happened?
100%.
Che Kwame is into the offensive end for Central. The Knights leading by a score of 8-2. And running time will be in effect to at least start the third period. If North were to score to cut the lead under 6, then we go back to regular clock rules in this matchup. Loose puck behind the net. Connor Long with it, playing it out with a stretch play to the left side for Pregame. And Pregame will lose control of the puck to Finn Lockwood for Central. Lockwood widening out towards the near side. He comes up, dumps into the far corner. Race to get over to it, led by Cooper DeZiel. Walkenfuss will keep one in the zone, and a wrister for Walkenfuss that's up and over the bar. Rebound caroms into the corner. DeZiel able to pick it up. Blue tried to play it back towards the net. DeZiel brings it back out to the corner. A stop there, leaves it along the wall. Blue steps away from pressure, comes out to the point, steps away from a defender, backhands one to the right for DeZiel, back to Blue and a one-timer that's missed. Finn Lockwood comes up with it high slot, drives one in on Crocker, and Crocker will make the stop. And we'll draw coming up in the central end.
Yeah,
rather in the north end, I apologize.
Good start for Central. That felt like a power play.
It did.
For the first minute and a half of this period.
It really did. They kind of, they took full advantage of it too. You know, you're running clock at this point with a 6-goal lead. So we'll see how that goes. Puck to the near side. Taken off on the right for Grand Forks Central by Case and Panzer. Panzer dumps one towards the corner for Walkenfuss. Now DeZiel. Back out to Mac. Blue in the left wing. Blue coming back towards the right side. He'll leave it along the wall and drives back towards the point looking for Gavin Walkenfuss. This is knocked aside and brought up ice by Wyatt Anderson for Fargo North. He'll get into the neutral zone. Tanner Kylan confronted. Loses control of the puck. Blue coming to a spin. A stop in the right corner for Walkenfuss. Boy, it seems like DeZiel, Walkenfuss, and Blue have been on the ice forever here to start this third period. Blue trying to scissor through the slot. Boone Cantor with a drive that's knocked down in front of the net. Panzer will pick it up on the left point. Holds the offensive end, tries to chip off the high glass. Canted to the corner, looking for Walkenfuss. It'll dribble past him, and the Spartans will get to it. Christian Gomez coming around the near side. Knocked loose again. This time it's Burris that steps over control. Leaves one for Clausen, who bats at it short-sided. Missed it. Tried to pick up the rebound, did Clausen. It ends up back with Burris behind the net. Spun off the far wall. Picked up. Spicer will turn it back to the right for Clausen. Clausen a stop. Backhander off the board. Somehow maintained the offensive zone on that. Not sure how. This bangs back out to the line, and Central is offside as they touch it up. Clausen gets hooked from behind, brought down. And the loose puck to Tanner Kylan. He'll set it up into the central end. Boone Cant over to pick it up. Knights leading 8-2. 3.5 minutes off the clock here in the third period. Spicer dishing up into the neutral zone. Clausen coming out towards the left wing. Tried to send one towards the corner. Trailed a bit by Brandon Prudhomme, who comes onto the ice for the first time for North this evening here in the third period. Stop along the left wall, Kellen Doherty. Left it back in the corner. Dietz with a touch. Works back towards the near side wall for Lucas Jackson. Out to the point, sprayed in by Blue. Loose along the goal line. Burris looking to pick it up. Not Blue, but rather sent in by Hunter Hildy. My apologies. Back out, Trey Clausen, high slot. Dangles one into the corner. Looking for Spicer. Spicer coming to a stop in the corner. It's played back to Doherty along the far wall on the left wing for Fargo North, but the Knights pick it away. Burris leaving one back towards the right. Nielsen drives a loose puck into the left corner, and back to get it Prudhomme for Fargo North. Brings it back towards the left boards, and this one gets through. Doherty trying to race it down, just coming onto the ice. Ryland Spicer has the angle. Knights get back to it. Boy, a lot of ball control right now, Ryan.
Yeah, the unofficial power play continues for Grand Forks Central here in the third period.
Spicer up. Just a lot of possession time, a lot of passing of the puck, a lot of clock running off. And obviously, the Knights have tried to run some plays as well. Here's Kirkaby getting free.
Oh, boy.
Kirkaby to his forehand side, dribbled one in and just lost it at the very end. Kirkaby had a good chance. Now this is poked away again, and a backhander that's missed coming across the slot that time from, I believe, Ryland Spicer. Spicer goes down trying to control the puck, left it back behind the net looking for Kirkaby. Comes out to the near point, a step in by Blake. He took a hit from behind, left it for Spicer. Kirkaby in the corner. Connor Long goes over to pick it up, and boy, Long gets into a real fist and shoving match with Ryan Spicer. Puck's up against the wall. Taken off the boards by Kirkaby, trying to possess. Still ain't too Central. 11:40 to play in the third period. Loose puck right side, Liam Olsen. That'll be icing against North. Draws brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown family-owned promotional goods store in Grand Forks, and brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region.
You mentioned something a while ago. It's been a while since we had a whistle, but you know, the Zeal Blue line kind of been the quietest line point-wise tonight, but man, when they're out there, they've just controlled the play, and it's been like that all night, but they only have 3 points amongst the three of them.
Well, three's plenty. Here's a goal out in front for Ryder Rivard. That's his fourth. Wow. Ryder Rivard having a bang-out night. He actually caught the puck coming in, dropped it, and put it on his forehand side to score, and that's Rivard's fourth goal.
That was a nifty little goal, huh?
Well, watch this on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Puck sprayed out of the left point again, and again, a lot of space out here on the left point. This is Kaysen Panzer up in the air. Rivard catches, puts it down on his forehand.
In time to catch that facing away from the goalie, turn, set it down, and score. Dangle Schmegel University stuff right there, Ryan.
Yeah. Rivard has his fourth goal tonight. He has his first career hat trick. And Kaysen Panzer will pick up an assist on it. There will be an assist for Che Kwame, who's helped out on just about every play tonight. And out in front, Rivard looking for number 5. Sends one up and over the bar. Finn Lockwood, right point. Back into the corner looking for Rivard. That gets broken up by the Spartans, number 17, Christian Gomez. Gomez trying to play it free. It works back. Connor Amundsen trying to drag it out. Works into the neutral zone. Panzer over to pick it up against pressure from Wyatt Anderson. Panzer coming up into the neutral zone. Controlled just ahead of Central's line. Kwame a touch, and then this one knocked backwards, and it will work back to Finn Lockwood in the central zone while both teams change up. 9:40 to play, third period, running time, 7-goal lead for Central, 9-2 on the all-true scoreboard. Pass up the ice towards the near edge. Walkenfuss sidestepping a defender. Left it up into the corner for DeZiel. DeZiel hooking a couple of sticks, trying to get free as Colby Hansen picked it up. Walkenfuss one-timer right into the mid of Crocker. Crocker didn't find that one. It found Crocker hard from Finn Lockwood right in the high slot.
Boy, you saw that play setting up for about...
Or was it Mac Blue? It was Blue.
It was Mac Blue from about the... Yeah, just out the hash mark. So you can see that play setting up for about 5 or 6 seconds. DeZiel around the net. Mac Blue just went right to the slot. He knew exactly where to go, and
he hit that cleanly. I don't know how that didn't go right through Crocker. Like, Crocker should have internal injuries after that. Blue hit that from just in front of the hash mark square and flush on a full wind-up one-timer that I don't think hit Crocker in the blocker. I think that hit him in the chest.
Oh, yeah, right in the logo.
DeZiel, Walkenfuss coming up the ice, 2-on-2 for Central. And DeZiel back behind the net looking for Walkenfuss out in front. That got blocked up. That was a nice angle by Brandon Prudhomme defensively to cut that off for Fargo North. Stepped into the passing lane, forced the puck into the corner. DeZiel on the right wing trying to charge against Connor Gephardt. Out in front, Walkenfuss with a blast on a one-timer that somehow Crocker got over to cover.
Yeah, that's this line again. They've been snake bit tonight, but that's, I mean, endless amount of grade A opportunities for this Mac Blue line here. Just, I see a little frustration here as they're skating out. They've had a great night, just haven't buried. But man, have they made plays.
8 minutes to go and counting. Blake, wrist shot just wide of the net, off the draw from the left point. Burris picks it up, sends it back in behind the net. This will trickle out towards the near corner. And Levi Trulicka comes onto the ice for the first time. I may have pronounced that incorrectly. Trulicka or Trulicka. I'm going to go with Trulicka. It sounds pretty. Nielsen on the right. Right, Ryan? That's what you do at that point.
Oh, pretty, but
Little Jacques Lemaire.
yeah. Oh, hey, should finish that. You should finish the game in his accent.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm going to save the fans that. Trulicka off the near side, looking back towards the near corner, comes out to the point, driven in wide. Burris looking to pick it up, and Trey Clausen over there to throw a body as well. It goes loose along the wall. Jake Spicer will dump it in. Burris taking a look. He gets stood up against the wall. Goes loose in the corner again. Burris reaching after it. Trulicka was able to knock it up the wall, and it's be played back out to the neutral zone by, or rather, North's Kellen Doherty. Leaks back as far as the line, and Arlen Dilger coming up the ice, trying to make a physical play. Kaysen Panzer picked him off, and an elbow got right underneath Peyton Rourke's chin strap, and I think they're going to call that. Central got high with an elbow. They're going to call it a roughing call. And so a power play coming up here for Fargo North. So the Spartans will go on the power play. The penalty is going to go against Ryder Burris, and it'll be a roughing call against Burris.
Just looking at some updates across the state. West Fargo Packers, 5 goals, 5-1. They're up. Bryce Mattern has 4 of them.
And that's on South Shanley.
That's South Shanley.
That's a separation game tonight in the EDC, folks. West Fargo wins that, and they kind of put themselves top shelf, and they put South Shanley on the back end of the Eastern Dakota Conference at that point. Another penalty coming up against Central. And a shot comes in on Nielsen that he will block. Stays out in front.
Save.
Another big save by Nielsen, that time against Pregame. No correction, against Fargo North's first line center, Colby Hansen. Hansen continuing to play for it. Still a delayed call coming up here against Grand Forks Central. So the Knights will be down 2 men at some point. For how long? We're waiting to find out. Now it's finally touched up, and it'll be less than a minute as we're going to see a holding call against Central. I don't know how you get called for a holding call if you're the guy that ends up on the ice, but Mac Blue will go in for holding.
5-on-3 for well, it was a minute, but as the run time goes here,
yeah, already down to a 55 seconds.
By the time we drop this puck.
Yeah, clock down to 5.5 to play. 9-2 Central on the all-true scoreboard. They'll drop to the right of Weston Nielsen. Puck goes into the corner. The Knights immediately clear. Is there must be a door open around here. Do you feel that breeze coming in?
Every time we're here.
And I smell diesel fuel.
Mid-third period, this place turns into an ice box. They open a door somewhere, and it gets freezing. And I don't know where, though.
It's behind us because I can feel the air coming in from behind us here. I'm not sure what's going on. It's a very, I mean, it was a nice, comfortable arena. Big save as Brigham had a tap in on the right side. Weston Nielsen kicks it away. Loose puck back out to the left point. Dietz dialing up the one-timer long. Another big save. Another big save. Nielsen jumping over to make that play as Liam Olsen had a chance from point-blank range. Dialing it up North with 3 big drives against Weston Nielsen on the 5-on-3 two-man advantage. That's now down to a 5-on-4 one-man advantage for Fargo North. And the penalty clock continues down to 45 seconds of it left to go. Out on top again, measuring Tanner Kylan. His shot turned away, and Mac Blue will clear it. Correction, it was Boone Cantor that cleared it.
3 big saves by Weston. Any one of those you would call a tap-in. I mean,
right?
Backdoor tap-in, a freebie, whatever you want to call it. But none of them went in. Weston got all 3 of them.
You know, sometimes you're a goaltender and you decide to challenge yourself. Okay, I don't care what the score is. It's 5-on-3, and they're not going to score on my watch, right?
Oh, 100%. It doesn't matter if you're up 100. You never want to let it go.
And we'll see a whistle now with the clock down to 10 seconds left of the power play. And 3:50 to go on a running time. 9-2 your score. Yeah, let's go back. Take a look at that last save from Weston Nielsen, the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. This is after the first one that Nielsen kicked aside. And the puck comes out of the void. There's the one-timer dialed up. Nielsen makes that save. And then a great big kick save coming back over to his right hand. How about that? That's a big play for Weston Nielsen in the net for Grand Forks Central. And the Knights are back to full strength with 3:20 to go, leading by 7. Hunter Hildy in the neutral zone, playing back into the central end, or I should say rather the north end. Connor Amundsen Looking up the wall, finding Kellen Doherty. Puck along the boards, bounding. Mac Blue picks it up. Steps away from pressure. Glides up into the neutral zone. Backhands around a defender, dangles around another, goes in, fires backhands and scores. And oh my goodness, Mac Blue made an unbelievable individual play. It doesn't get any better than that. Ryan Kuntz.
He wanted that one, didn't he? If he would have left this rink tonight without a goal, after the chances that line has had, that he's had, he would have disappointed. So
Folks,
it's a good exclamation point.
Watch this play. American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency.
Starts here, far blue line.
Mac Blue. So here's what he'll do. He'll step around a defender, beats two more, splitting them, switches to the backhand, and scores short-sided. That's unbelievable by Mac. I mean, that's an unbelievable play. 10-2 Central. That might be the play of the year that we have all season long to watch.
If we're talking individual goals, that might be it.
He beat three defenders on that, splitting two of them. Here's a 2-on-1 odd man for North. They end up turning it over, though. Gibbs got back and stepped in front of the puck for Grand Forks Central. But he beat a defender with a dangle, split two going right through him, and then switched to the backhand on top of the crease and lifted it in.
Well, just the neutral zone, right the blue line, where he just does that little chip underneath and splits those two defensemen. I think that was my favorite part, although walking between two defensemen was pretty nice also.
Off the left wall, North looking for control. Ends up back behind the North net, comes out to Arlen Dilger. Dilger ties it up with Peyton Rourke, and it's 2-on-2 in the corner with 1:25 left. The Knights will improve to 8-3 overall, 7-0. And Eastern Dakota Conference play 21 points, and with each one of these games that they win, along with the rest of the league destroying each other, right? With just giving our back and forth wins, losses. I mean, Central could build up the kind of lead that has this thing won by about the third week of January. As Weston Nielsen makes a glove save.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're tracking. I mean, like you said, looking at the rest of that, so West Fargo, North.
West Fargo will get 3 points tonight, so they'll stay within 7.
But do you have any if it's West Fargo, North, West Fargo, Red River, Davies, like would you go into any one of those games and be like, oh, I'm pretty confident I know how this one's going to end tonight? You wouldn't say that about any game,
right? Except for unless they're playing Central at this point, right?
But, exactly.
But that's a 7-point lead, so that's 3 games.
Yeah.
That you'll be up on West Fargo, and you've got them one more time. Granted, it's on the road, but beat West Fargo here by a score of 9-2 to start the season.
9-2. I mean, it looked like this game.
10 seconds left. And meanwhile, Fargo North, I mean, this was a big opportunity. You saw on that drive for the title, they were in second place or third place in the league. And this game just did not go there. They're down 8-0 at one point, and this will be a tough one to explain for the Spartans as they are beaten tonight by a final score of 10-2 on the All True scoreboard. Our post-game report is on the way. Post-game report brought to you by Spring Advantage and Lake Region State College. We have that post-game for you next, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
There's never been a better time of year than now to get that new Ford from Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks. It's the model year closeout, and you can drive off in a new F-150 XLT and save up to $14,500 or choose low 2.9% financing for 60 months. Ford Escape, another great buy. Save up to $4,250 and get low 1.9% for 66 months. Hurry in for huge discounts and low financing during our model year closeout at Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
We welcome you to our post-game report tonight. Our post-game report brought to you by Spring Advantage. Everything you need for spraying and application on your farm. The difference between Spring Advantage and their competitors is that Spring Advantage has what you're looking for in stock. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, seed tenders. 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spring Advantage, make them a part of agricultural game plan now and for years to come. And our post-game report brought to you tonight by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Precision agriculture, law enforcement, nursing. Just a couple of the careers that you can supercharge your way into at Lake Region State College. Get done in 2 years, start earning, or take your credits with you and continue that educational journey at any four-year institution in North Dakota. By the way, those of you watching the video feed, the scoreboard has been reset. That is not accurate. This does not end in a 0-0 draw tonight. The final score was 10-2 in favor of Grand Forks Central this evening, with the win. Central's now 7-0 in the league and 21 points. Ryan Cunningham, Ryan Kuntz with you as we continue our post-game report. And well, Ryan, just first 5 minutes of this one, pretty much up in the air. After that, it was dominant performance for Grand Forks Central. And you had mentioned that in the pregame report. It's time to turn in a dominant performance for this team. They turned in a dominant performance tonight. Could be a real confidence booster for this Knights team after a couple of games where they had kind of struggled to click all the way through a hockey game.
Well, they certainly clicked tonight. I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to go through this game and find anything that you could critique Central on. I mean, there were a couple patches where they gave up some chances, but no hockey game is perfect, right? You're going to give up some things here and there. 13 shots defensively, locked it down pretty good, killed penalties. Were unreal around the net. I mean, unbelievable around the net, off the rush. Everywhere they were just good.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights that we have in this one tonight, brought to you by Proseed. Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net. You mentioned the stuff around the net. Let's take a look at that first and foremost. This is the third goal, and there you see the pass to the back door, and that was Ryder Rivard scoring the first of his 4 tonight. And then later you'd see another play that would be created by Trey Clausen out of the corner, and this would be Jake Spicer scoring the goal. But again, Clausen around the net, like you mentioned, coming up with a big play. And then we'll jump to later in the game, and Weston Nielsen getting his at the end of the game. A pair of big-time saves with his team on the penalty kill at this point. And you'll see the first one-timer dialed up, kicks that one aside, and then denied Pregame on the back end. And then finally, the play of the night. This is Mac Blue. And again, you'll see Blue doing just right Mac there. Blue things. Backhands around a defender, splits 2, switches to the backhand, and scores an unbelievable goal for Mac Blue tonight, who gets one at the very end to make it 10-2 in favor of Grand Forks Central. Those are your highlights tonight, brought to you by Proseed. Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net. As far as the score sheet in this one this evening for Grand Forks Central, let's see what they've got here. They've got, 25 points tonight for Grand Forks Central?
There's some crooked numbers on the
10 goals, 15 assists. Ryder Rivard, 4 goals, is the leader in the clubhouse tonight. So 4 goals for Ryder Rivard. Trey Clausen, Che Kwame, each with 3 points on 3 assists this evening. 2 goals for Finn Lockwood, 2 goals for Jake Spicer. Single goal for Mac Blue, single goal for Logan Nielsen. 2 assists for Ryder Burris this evening, and 2 assists for Donovan Bollock this evening. Single apples for Kason Panzer. They've got Mac Blue with a goal and an assist, and then I think they had a goal in another place for Cape, so 2 points for Blue tonight. Gavin Walkenfuss an assist, Cooper DeZiel an assist. Logan Nielsen picked up an assist and a goal tonight as well. But that's Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric, who make the lamp and the light shine brighter.
Did you get Boone Canta? They added him on that last
Did they?
Mac Blue goal.
Okay.
That's what the scorer told me as he handed the sheets.
Mac Blue as well there. Let's go to our 3 stars of the game, and then, Ryan, I'm going to cut you loose because I know you've got an appointment out there on the ice with the youngsters. I'll take care of the rest of it. But 3 stars of the game tonight brought to you by PS Garage Doors. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR. PS Garage Doors, where the PS stands for Peaceful Season, and now it stands for Painless Shopping. It's time for a new garage door in 2025. They've got you covered at PS Garage Doors. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors. I mean... Finn Lockwood, Trey Clausen, Ryder Rivard. I mean, I don't know.
That's exactly what I had.
That's weird. That we both.
I mean, Ryder's got 4, so I mean that's a freebie.
Right. Yeah, that's number 1 star right there.
We talked about Trey 100 times tonight.
Yep. Number 2.
And Finn had those 2 goals. I mean, everyone had points tonight, but he had those 2 goals early in the game when he was still in doubt. He had the second one and maybe the 5th or 6th or something like that, but. Had 3 or 4 more great chances from the point. He's just got a threat back there. So that's exactly what I was thinking.
All right, well, that's what we're going to go with
Honorable
tonight.
mention to Ryder Burris, who had 3 assists, right? Did Ryder end up with 3?
Yeah.
Jay Kwame had 3. Ryder had 2. Jay Kwame had 3. So, I mean, big nights for a lot of people.
Absolutely, but that's what we'll go with tonight. 3rd star tonight, Finn Lockwood. 2nd star, Trey Clausen. 1st star tonight is Ryder Rivard. 3 stars brought to you by PS Garage Doors. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR. Our Finest Auto Trim, finest cover of the game. Brought to you by Finest Auto Trim. Big or small, they cover it all. Finest Auto Trim specializes in recovering vehicle marine seats. If you're looking for recovery of your vehicle seat, your boat seats, if those seats took some heat, took some fading, cracked, chipped, they're not giving you the support of those of you in implements. If it's time to get those fixed up as well, they've got you covered at Finest Auto Trim. Stop and see them on Demers, 2201 Demers. Finest Auto Trim, big or small, they cover it all. I'll tell you what, how about we just hand it out to the goaltender again, Weston Nielsen, for this sequence tonight. I mean, yeah, it might not mean a lot, but this is down 2 men at this point. They dial up the one-timer, boom, kick save, boom, another kick save, denying a couple of big players at that point for Fargo North. I like that sequence.
Yeah, plus we didn't catch, there was a save before that.
Yeah, there was. That was the third. The first one was a really good one as well.
Yeah, that one might have been the best one. And then the puck wheels back and comes out and he makes those 2. So he didn't have a lot of action, but like we said, when you're a goalie,
down 2 men,
you never want to give up the goal. So
absolutely.
Good for him.
All right. So with that, we'll wrap up this part of it. And Ryan's going to go out and do some coaching. I think you see him. Yeah, he's out there.
I gotta wait for the high school boys to get out here.
Well, I'll tell you what,
like
you go ahead and do your thing while you're out there. He just fell into the net. So Ryan's going to go coach up my youngster on how to stop on his skates. I've got a few more things to take care of the postgame. Ryan, thank you. I appreciate it. Ryan Coots joining us tonight for color commentary and analysis in this one this evening. We'll take one final break in our postgame report and come back and wrap things up for just a couple of moments, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school hockey. The Knights are victorious by a final score of 10-2 this evening over Fargo North. Back to wrap this one up next on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Sports.
Branson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Branson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. We welcome you back once again to our post-game report tonight for our coverage of Knights hockey. For those of you taking it in on KNOX Live Sports tonight, it's skate with the Knights tonight, and so that means that we have an opportunity for the youngsters to get it on the ice and kind of learn some things with the Knights and that type of thing, and this is always a lot of fun to see, and we're seeing a lot of really, really good fun right now for these folks that are on the ice this evening. Welcome back to our coverage. The Knights celebrating a big win tonight, 10-2 over Fargo North as we continue with our post-game report tonight. Post-game report brought to you this evening by Spray Advantage. Everything you need for spraying and application on your farm, and brought to you by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Again, a rather 10-2 victory tonight for Grand Forks Central over Fargo North. We're back at it tomorrow night with hockey over at East Grand Forks as the Green Wave will host St. Thomas Academy tomorrow night. Pregame around 7 o'clock, and the face-off will be at 7:30. Join us on KNOX Live Sports for that. Coming up tomorrow night, that should be a really, really good matchup tonight. A couple of things to take care of on our post-game before we wrap up. How about the celebration of the game? It's brought to you tonight by Balloons by Misty. It's not a celebration until the balloons arrive, and Balloons by Misty has you covered with that celebration you're looking for. They've been doing work nationally. You've seen their work on the national stage on network television as of late. They've got the credentials, and they've also been doing big projects with both the UND and NDSU, so they know how it works locally around here as well. And it's not a party until the balloons arrive with Balloons by Misty. And our celebration of the game, we're going to take you right back to our first goal that we had tonight. Is a big one for Grand Forks Central. A little dribbler that goes in when the game was a little bit up in the air at that point, but a nice goal celebrated there on the wall, just waiting for that celebration to come meet him for Logan Nielsen. And Logan Nielsen will pick up that celebration tonight for Grand Forks Central. And again, it's not a party until the balloons arrive with Balloons by Misty. They bring you our celebration of the game this evening. And finally, our Points Against Hunger tonight brought to you by Northland Community and Technical College. Northland Community and Technical College has partnered with KNOX Live Sports to fight hunger in our region as our teams score. Dollars against hunger are scored in our region as Northland Community and Technical College makes donations to the Pioneer Food Pantry based on how our teams score in their matchups in basketball, football, hockey, baseball, softball, volleyball. And tonight, Central poured it on with 10 goals in this one this evening. And that means $10 will be donated in the fight against hunger from Northland Community and Technical College to the Pioneer Food Pantry in East Grand Forks. And again, our Points Against Hunger brought to you tonight by Northland Community and Technical College. Well, that'll wrap up our coverage of this one. Big one tomorrow night, East Grand Forks, St. Thomas Academy. We're looking forward to seeing you back here on KNOX Live Sports. Join us for that. Coming up tomorrow night, we appreciate all of you for joining us all throughout the region with our coverage of high school hockey tonight. We've enjoyed it. We hope you've enjoyed it as well. We'll get back at it again tomorrow. My thank you to Ryan Kuntz for joining me this evening as well. Ryan Kuntz with our color commentary and analysis tonight. I'm Ryan Cunningham. Your final score in this one, Central 10, Fargo North 2. We'll be joining the Dave Ramsey Show for those of you on the radio side already in progress next on KNOX Live Sports.